Dude, I got more slack for not taking pictures at this show.
I know you said
Dude.
you fucking absolutely did shit.
I got all these messages.
none?
All these messages. They're like, hey, how come you didn't take pictures of my fight? I'm like,
I knew early on you weren't taking pictures because I figured you're in the back, you know, like getting Vic ready or whatever. But
no,
I didn't notice that you didn't take any pictures at all.
We were. I did. I took pictures of the main card minus the first fight.
In my mind, I'm like, you were up on the perch. I remember seeing you up on the perch.
I was, but we were recording some stuff that we're trying to plan, and so we're recording, and I couldn't be up top shooting and down on bottom recording.
Sure you can.
So
I
guess I can. You know, if I can do everything else.
Sure you can, man.
So apologies to
he does everything else except show up to the podcast.
I do. You guys got a podcast. It's crazy. Yeah. You guys are really good together.
It's insane.
Even Diego.
Yeah. Hey, check out that match.
It's good to have you back in the studio, man.
Bro,
we
bearing all
you.
his bank on the swingers.
Look at that shit.
That's pretty nice.
You got all the money on the swing. Where'd you grab that from?
Premium goods.
Dude, that's tight.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mono Boy Martinez in the house with us.
What's up?
Oh man, just out here trying to get drunk in the morning, man. You got your little howler head going on?
I do.
It's your first time trying
First
to
time trying it. Highly suggest it.
All right. See, look at that.
Good.
This man's already shooting commercials and shit up here.
Howlerhead whiskey. Were you at the fights this weekend? You came to our show? Fury FC?
You see me climb on your cage?
I mean,
Did he climb on the cage?
Yeah.
He did?
It's Mono. Of course he did.
Bro.
As well, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
first finish, bro, I had to.
Dude, that shit was
First finish
crazy.
in a minute. Or first finish ever.
Ever, I think it's first finish ever.
Yeah,
right?
so I was hyped for him, man.
Was that his first finish from Miami?
Bro, against the highest level of competition he's faced by far.
Hey, I can tell you, we had many conversations like outside of it. Eric and I, we talk about our matchups all the time, man. It's like it's the biggest test for him by far. Like former champion, and man, dude, he handled it. I don't want to say he made it look easy. But dude, he made that.
But
shit
he
look
really
easy.
did.
Like he made it look easy. Like, how do you feel as the coach over there in the corner? That's his best performance ever.
Yeah, so we did our camp together, and unfortunately, a coach couldn't show up, so he asked me if I could step up. And yeah, the night before is weird. I studied about 2-3 hours of film just straight on Cameron Graves, and I can show you my notes right now. I wrote down a bunch of notes.
Do it.
And one of them was crashing on a hard elbow when he throws that left kick. You know, Aswell really doesn't throw elbows.
Right.
He's usually a straight wrestler, and I think that's what stunned him or kind of hurt him, and going into that second round maybe broke him.
Yeah, he didn't look like the same fighter coming into the second round as he did in the first.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was the was it the elbow that broke his nose?
I think, or
I can tell you this. Hey,
right.
listen, I will show you. I've got a
Something
picture
messed him
here.
up, man.
I'm sure it's this punch almost. Dude, look at this.
That's it.
Look at that.
Just straight. Oh yeah.
I mean, and listen, I've kind of like teased Aswell off and on because like every punch he throws looks like he's looking up at the sky.
Chin high, man. He scares me every time.
But listen, if that worked right there, but hey, I'm gonna shut up, dog.
Dude, that's like just a short little rabbit punch.
Man.
So, like I said, I studied like 2-3 hours of film on Graves the night before. I wrote down a bunch of notes on it. That way I could go over them before a fight. And then I watched Aswell's fight, his last fight to be specific. And our guy, Alex Morano, because he's my guy too, he's like, yeah, you know, I like Aswell striking his volume, but he doesn't seem to throw any power behind his punches. So going into that fight, I told Aswell before we walked out, I said, look, I don't think they're respecting your power as much as they should. So you go in there and just let your hands fly. You can always resort to your wrestling. I feel like you can take him down. He's got great subs. Just watch your, submission defense. But I said, just let your hands fly, bro. And sure enough, he did. And I don't think they were expecting that. So,
did you see anything from Cameron that he did different that maybe you weren't expecting, or because it looked like he just honestly looked like he didn't respect Aswell at all?
Yeah, for sure. And he was trying to pressure Aswell. I said, it's got to be the opposite way. I want you to stay in his face, smother him, disrespect his space, and keep your lead hand popping. That'll kind of show your range, your distance, and then he'll be ready to fire that left kick, and you'll see it, and they'll crash that elbow. But it was a great fight, man. I'm a big fan of Cameron Graves. I fought with him all through the regional scene, especially his coach, Alex Morano. He's had a bunch of love and support for me, so shout out to the whole camp over there. But yeah, man, Aswell, that's my dog, dude. I couldn't believe he got the finish, and I was just stoked, bro.
you kind of saw the passing of the torch from like the young featherweight, you know, from the vet featherweight to the young featherweight.
Former featherweight champ.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
'cause Cameron's been in there with the best. He's fought in
Yeah.
front of Dana on looking for a fight. He fought that same night that you fought, right? He lost
what I'm saying.
to
Big
Fernando
fan,
Padilla. So,
man.
like, for Aswell to step up and go in there and actually handle business the way he did, man, I was super impressed. I was like, holy shit.
That's
It made me, like, I remember riding home that night, and I was thinking to myself, and I was like, man, we've built this kid the right way. Like, we truly have built this kid the right way. And when I talked to his dad the next day, and I said, man, Aswell's going to be a special one for me, just like Josh Van, Isaac Moreno, Cody Steele, like, because those dudes came up. All their AMI fights are for us.
yeah.
Now all their pro fights have been for us. So when they make it, like, they were born and bred straight out of Fury FC.
Straight out of Fury, yeah. That meme y'all put, or what is that?
Drink
Is
to
a
that.
Yeah, well,
meme?
it's
All
it's
right.
a it's a little it's a meme. Yeah,
I like
I
that.
guess it'd be a meme.
I like that. The black and white.
I mean,
Yeah,
you got your own
when
right
y'all
away.
when y'all post me, yes. But yeah, he's and I told him this is that fight, you know, that takes you to the next level. And you had that fight for me with Ricky, I feel like.
Right.
And that's what really turns you on and then puts you to the, you know, the spotlight, and you just got to run with it from there. So just tell him keep his head on straight.
You
and
fought Ricky, and then you went to Contender Series? Was it after the Ricky fight, or did you have one more? You
think I
fought
fought-
Casey after that, right?
No, I fought David Rivera.
Oh, then you knocked
David
him out, too.
Rivera.
I think y'all. I was listening to a podcast and y'all like, man, there's some nasty knockouts, and I think
Jose knocked out
I don't
David
mean to
Rivera
brag.
nasty.
I don't mean to brag, but bro, the way he folded back
Yeah,
and
with
his
his leg.
legs were like that, I
Yeah.
think that's one of the nastiest ones, man.
Yeah, well, the Jose Johnson one was pretty good, too, though.
It was quick,
That was nasty.
Right.
That was nasty,
Like
man.
Bing.
right?
Yeah. I watched that Ricky fight back last night.
That one,
you know,
too.
in anticipation of you coming on today, man. And I mean, talk about making it look easy. I mean, that Ricky Turcios he's a badass.
Look what he's doing now.
You know,
It's
and-
like, so
yeah.
you think about that, and you think about
And Mana with
who
that first
Mana's
round
been in there
knockout.
with, and it's
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
And now they're both in the UFC.
Yeah, I know.
So is Jose Johnson.
A lot of people forget to take that into consideration. I did fight those top level guys at the regional scene, and I finished them. So
Right.
good to see them at the next level. But
Remind me real quick. So, you got the Contender Series call after what fight? Was it after the David Rivera fight?
Mhm.
So after Rivera,
mhm.
okay, and then you came back and fought in front of Dana, and then you went back.
We came
No.
back and fought Casey
Casey.
Jones.
Casey,
Mhm.
and then you fought in front of Dana.
Mhm.
Okay.
Both of those first round finishes.
Yeah, there was no
I
denying
like
him,
to
bro.
get in and out, man.
There's no denying. He wants to make his money as fast as possible.
You make the most per hour that way.
Yeah.
Right, and I know. I know Eric likes betting on me, so I'm not gonna let him down.
Come on, man. Come on, baby.
A little bit of
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
No,
Hey,
no comment, no thanks.
Let me stop.
That's on that
have
do not fly
another
list.
sip of howler.
No, like between friends, not on a bookie or anything.
Oh yeah, I don't do
Openly
the.
say that, yeah, openly
I don't
say
do
that.
illegal bets.
You don't do
Yeah.
Pete Rose.
Yeah, I love that. There you go, Pete Rose.
Hey, so you've been with Aswell like since when? When did he start with you guys?
Man, since he was an amateur.
He
I
told me
can't
he was in
remember
like when he
exactly.
was like a 15 or 16. He started
Yeah.
training with Coach
So
Saul.
getting
you've seen
cracked
this.
by
So
us,
you've
bro.
seen him since
That's
a
what he
baby.
said.
basically,
Yeah, getting cracked by us, bro. Guy can take some shots.
Yeah.
That's why I know he's still young right now, but I wanted to move his head a little bit more. But he can take some shots. So I'm confident in there. And I tell him before he walked out, I was like, bro, you've seen who you train with, bro.
Right.
This guy is pretty high level, but he's nowhere the level of what you train with.
And believe me, like for me, like I watched Cameron grow up in the gym. Like I think he was like 13 when he came over to Travis's. So I watched Cameron grow up. I love Cameron, man, like a little brother, you know. And I've tried to help him with his career and bring him up. And I know he went off to Legacy and fought a couple times, but I would always try
You're
and
welcome.
rebuild him when he would come back. And to see that happen to him, it was bittersweet. You know, it's just like it hurt, but at the same time, you know,
That's
it's
the fight game, man.
yeah, it's the fight game. I feel that Cameron was the favorite on paper, so it's not like I was throwing him to the wolves. I made sure that him and his coaches and everybody liked the matchup, and they all liked it. But I mean, it just went the other way, you know.
I know. I got a few calls, and what do you think about this matchup? I said, I feel like it's a great matchup.
I mean, you
for
talked
Aswell.
about it. Remember you called
That's
me
what
that
I'm
night.
saying.
Yeah.
I got a few calls from you, a couple other people, and those other people were actually leaning to someone else. But I was like, I
Right.
think Graves is the guy, man.
Yeah, that's
You know
exactly
I
what
mean?
he said when he called me that night.
I think Graves is the guy, and you put it the best way in terms of passing of the torch.
Right.
Because when you said former champ, I was like, oh, we might have our hands full. I'm not gonna lie in the corner, but then
Yeah.
I was like, ah, man, Aswell's a dog, bro, and
He
just
showed
let
it.
his
Man.
hands go, bro.
It's crazy too how this sport goes, because we talk about changing of the guard, how long Cameron's been fighting, how long he's
Right.
been around.
Right.
Dude, he's 29.
He's still young.
Yeah.
He's only
Dude,
29.
He's still young.
I
He's still
didn't
young.
realize that either. Like, and we were sitting there, I was doing another show, and we were talking about the fights and stuff, and they were like, "Hey, oh, by the way, Graves is 29." And I was like, "Holy shit, for real?"
I feel like Cameron's
All right.
he's
She's
his
been
own
here
worst.
forever.
He's his own worst enemy. Like, well, it depends on what Cameron's going to show up, because he's been in there with some guys
I agree.
that make him look like he's not that great when he really is good. And if he gets in his own head
gets
after
in
the
his own
first
head,
round
I
or
was
whatever,
saying.
then it's like, damn, he done broke himself.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's on point, man, Cameron can be one of the best in the
Unstoppable,
world, man. Like,
Yeah.
he's good.
Yeah, I've discredited him a few times as far as like where I thought he was skill wise, and then he turns around and, like, he knocks out Colin Wright.
He went and did dirty. Masio, he went out there and
Masio, I know.
TKO'd Masio
Dude,
in the
my
first.
bad.
Dude, he knocked out Jordan Tatoni with that
Tatoni,
head kick,
yeah.
man, and that dude's a savage. Like,
Yeah.
Cameron's got a lot of great wins, a lot of great skills, but he's also one of those guys that I think we all know Cameron is a freaking ace on the ground.
100%. He needs to
Yeah.
use that.
When does that ever go?
He
He
needs
never
to use that.
takes it to the ground.
We've always said that.
Never
to him,
takes it
too.
to the
He
ground.
never-
Now, I don't know if that's an aspect of maybe he doesn't believe in his wrestling to get the fight to the ground, or he just wants to stand and fight.
He's super athletic, man. Like, I don't
I
understand
feel like
why
it
he
has to
doesn't.
be the latter. Like he wants to stand and bang.
He wants to be exciting,
Like
probably.
everybody knows I can go on the ground, but I want
Right.
to show them that I can
I
stand
mean,
and
but
bang.
even when you look at the run he's on now of like, I know he's got 4 losses out of his last 5, but he lost to Fernando Padilla for the title,
Yeah.
Hussein Ali, who is the champ now,
Yeah.
Luis
Yeah.
Luna, who's got like 175,000 fights.
Yeah.
He beats Masio Fullen out of the UFC, and then he takes on this undefeated Aswell stud. Like, it's
Yeah,
not like
right.
he's had this easy run. 2021 has been rough.
Right.
Like, but he's also fought savages, man.
Yeah.
I heard Aswell on Ike's podcast last week,
What
and
was he saying?
just the way he spoke, I was like, man, this dude's super confident. Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna go in there and do something big, and he fucking went in there and did something big. He's like, man, I don't really care. Like, it's time to test myself. I train with the best guys, and he's tough, but shit, I'm tough too.
Yeah.
And like just the way he talked and everything, man, I was like, yeah, he's gonna go out there and do something big, and he did.
Yeah,
He lived up to it.
It'll be interesting to see what we do next with him, because honestly,
I think we
our
go back to the
145
Jason Mullen fight.
Our 145
That's
division.
what I want.
It'll
is
work now.
So
It's pretty
so
stacked.
stacked. See, you want Mullen? I'd like to see him go with Arian Young.
I like that fight too.
I like the Arian Young fight for him.
I like that too. Mullen actually wants the Aswell fight though. They right the next day. I
A lot
heard
of
from
people
Mullen they want that
the
fight.
Aswell
Let's
fight. It's I think true until they saw this test. There's a few less people who want the Aswell.
Well, let me
fight.
tell you, Jason Mullen is somebody that wants to fight the best guy.
He does. Yeah.
That kid has no pussy in him. Like, he's ready to go. He's got his hands full with Justice Torres.
I was gonna say you got another
Yeah.
dog in the division.
100%.
bro. Justice is solid, bro.
We got a lot of dogs in the
At
featherweight
45,
division.
huh? Yeah.
A lot of them.
Okay, listen, we own the featherweight division.
Right.
Literally, like when you look at the national
The
rankings,
regional scene,
they're-
let me see.
this is national.
Oh, yeah, got Diego.
Do we have
Diego's our
Diego
number
Lopez,
one.
Nate
too.
Richardson, Peter Caballeri's a 35er, Jesse Butler, Johnson's up. Kyle Driscoll is out of another division, but Fernando Padilla, Andres Quintana, Luis Luna, Cameron Graves, Jose Camillo, Ivy, Hussein, they're all on our roster.
That Ivy
Kyle
kid.
Heffernan.
That Ivy kid is solid as well, man.
Yes.
Where's Jordan Pluton on there? Because he's probably one of our
He's on the rise, man.
lower guys.
He's not going to be.
Bro, that kid's an
he's
athlete.
higher in
But
Texas.
he's an
Plu-
athlete and he's
Pluton-
rebuilding.
Pluton, bro.
Yeah, he's
an
good,
athlete,
man.
bro.
He got off
He's
to a
better
rough
than his
start,
record.
but he's
Bro, he's
building on that
solid.
record.
And if you look at the guys that he lost to coming in, Aswell was the first
Aswell,
one.
yeah.
I mean, so it's not like he's had any easy fights.
No, our featherweight division may be our strongest division. It probably is. It probably
Flyweights too.
Flyweights are nasty. We got some great flyweights, but sheer volume and numbers,
Yeah.
the number of featherweights.
We own the
have is
top
outside.
10 featherweights. for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see talk about your flyweights. Josh Van.
I know.
Josh
Jeez.
Van. What is? I've never seen a rise like his.
Never.
Where he just hit 2 years in the sport, total amateur and pro.
He's a phenom.
And what is he? He's
7-1.
7-1. But how many fights has he had?
And that one doesn't want to run it back.
8 in 11 months.
8 and 11 months.
8 fights, 11 months. Who the fuck does that?
Josh fucking Van, the fearless.
Have you had a chance to train with Josh Van at all?
No, not yet. I will, but I just had a little bit of interaction with him this last fight. Real cool guy.
Yeah.
I'm a fan, man.
Yeah,
What y'all done with him, bro? He's gonna be something, bro. And I was actually watching this fight with our manager Jason, and we just talked about how much of a savage he is, bro.
Stud,
Dude, his
man.
last 2 fights, the Paris Moran fight and this Cleveland fight, are you shitting me?
I know.
Like he doesn't. We talk about
submitted
fearless.
McLean standing
Dude.
up.
Dude, you talk about fear. And listen, McLean just fought Carlos Lazoya, who is
Yeah.
on paper maybe the best grappler, one of the best grapplers in that division in the nation. And he couldn't even come close to a submission.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And Van gets six back there, like not even caring. What is Van, like a -1 stripe white belt, probably?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
I mean, I would.
not
I
even-
think
I'd be willing to
I think
bet-
he's thinking about signing up.
I'd be willing to bet if we message him right now, like, hey, what size gi do you wear? He'd probably be like, what's a gi? You know, he don't care.
Right.
You know,
He'd
but
probably
like,
respond, what's up, G?
his skill
What's a
set,
gi?
yeah,
What's up, G?
his skill set.
What's up,
has-
G? Is he that type of? Like I said, I've never like physically
Yeah.
talked to him. I just had a little
He's a cool
interaction
cat,
with him.
man. Yeah, he's a good dude. But like again, his run that we've seen, yes, he has been like the right fights have been put in front of him, but he has also done everything.
He's
done what he's
capitalized
supposed
on
to
the
do.
opportunity at every turn, man. I want to know how he didn't get submission of the night.
I gave him a post-fight award. He got he got the Renfo performance of the night.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I gave him a Renfo massage gun.
Fair
Thank
enough.
you, Renfo.
Yes,
for your
shout out to
amazing guns.
Renfo for the digital scale and the massage guns.
Yeah, he did. So I mean, his last 2 fights, man, you know, he had the one loss against Devin Jackson.
Who doesn't want to run it back, apparently.
Who? Well, why would we? What,
I think
to be
Van
fair,
would want to avenge that
no,
one.
No.
I don't think so.
3-0, 7-1. No, that dude's not getting a title shot. No, I'm sorry.
No, of course not. I'm just saying.
I know. I get the idea of like I want to.
I'd like to get Devin maybe 3 more.
Yeah.
Get him 6-0. And
Dude,
then
Devin's solid too. Devin's a very, very good
And
fighter.
then clash for the title.
I mean, we had this deal where we were trying to make it. The guys have 10 fights. It just sometimes it's not going to work out.
Josh
you
Van
know?
is the
He
phenom.
deserved it.
He's
Yeah,
the
he
exception to
deserved
the rule, of course.
I mean, listen, the kid sat there and begged us for the Paris Moran fight.
Yeah.
Begged his manager.
I
we told him
remember.
no.
And then asked
multiple
Paris.
times.
You don't see nobody.
And then he went and asked
Nobody
Paris.
wants to go.
Paris,
against
he
Paris.
went
Paris is my
everywhere.
boy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't see anybody. I want to fight Paris, man. What?
No,
like
hell
no.
no.
Dude, and the way he walked across that cage and didn't give a shit what Paris hit him with. Didn't care. Didn't
remember,
care what Paris
man.
was going to do. And I remember watching that fight, and I don't think anybody had really pressured Paris that way, or could. Really could. because
could,
Paris'
yeah,
movement
exactly.
was awesome. And so, I mean, Van is a very, very special fighter, and I hate and love to say it, we're not going to have him much longer. Like, I mean, why
We
would
might have him for probably
Maybe
one more. Maybe one more fight.
So young. How old?
21.
just turn 21. Yeah, exactly.
Sky's the limit,
That's
bro.
crazy.
It's
man.
insane, man.
Yeah.
That
Hell
is
Dude,
of a run.
I chew out. I've got like 15, 17 to 20-year-olds in my gym who are training, and I'm always like, you guys are pieces of crap. Look how lazy you are.
Go the Coach Saul way.
Exactly.
Go the Coach Saul
Exactly.
way.
That was
Like,
Saul's favorite. He's a
The
piece of
motivator.
Dude, I love that. I
Piece
love
of
that.
shit.
Every conversation, hey, what do you think? He's a piece of shit. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, fuck him. He's a piece of shit.
All respect to my man. Loved it.
Yeah,
Loved
man.
it.
Josh Van, y'all definitely, he's had the right matchups, but he's done what he's supposed to do. And a lot of these regional fighters don't understand that quite yet. You go in there and you have a matchup, just clean these guys out, bro. And that's exactly what I felt like I did. Anybody you put in front of me, Eric, cleaned them out. You know what I mean? First, maybe second round, and that's about it. But yeah, a lot of regional guys, what should I do? Like, should I work on this, that? I said, bro, when you go in there, do what you're supposed to do in the cage. Don't drag it out to a decision. Don't do this, that. Quickest way to making it to the next level is knocking these guys the fuck out. And
Finish the fight.
that's what exactly.
Finish
And
the fight.
y'all seen it cage side every time I went in there, just clean these guys out.
I mean,
bro,
every fight I remember from both the Legacy times with you.
Oh,
and then,
you were Legacy as well. Yeah.
So I remember.
Even though we're on a Fury podcast,
Yeah,
we don't want to mention them up, but
Listen,
We're at the real. He was at the real
listen.
Legacy.
No.
I was at.
No
I was
love
at.
for Legacy.
I was at a much superior promotion. And,
Ouch.
instead of this bullshit.
Ouch.
But like I remember even then, like you and some of this comes. I think a lot of it comes from Saul as well. Is that you got to beat the person in front of you. You can't. Don't ask for all these other matchups for this certain shit. If you cannot beat the guy put to you in the region, who are you going to beat nationally? Who are you going to beat world?
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
And you would go out there, man, and I remember distinctly watching you every time. It's like, this dude's trying to murder every chance he gets. And it wasn't like you were exerting too much energy every time. You were like, he's looking to finish every chance. And, dude, that was awesome to watch you come up that way.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, probably one of the more boring fights, I guess you could say, in Legacy was when I leg kicked that dude to death. Bro, and it's
Who was
like
it?
Jarrett Walden, something like that.
Yeah, man, I can pull
But
it up.
he was kind of tall and lengthy, and I was like, I just got to chop
Was
this
that for
guy
you
away.
Legacy or for me? That's Fury.
It's for Legacy, bro.
Was
What's your
it?
Legacy? Was that before?
Oh, no,
that
Jarrett Walden was the head kick.
That was.
Oh, that was on.
Yeah, the head kick.
Yeah, Jarrett Walden was on mine. You knocked him
Yeah,
out.
my bad, the head kick.
Because you had the
know my shit.
you had the Delani Perry
you
fight
do.
with us, and then you had
Those are always satisfying
Clarence
to watch,
Brown.
man.
Downtown.
Clarence Brown.
Clarence
Fighting out of his
Brown.
Mama's basement.
Eric Hendon was a leg kick.
Yeah,
Oh, Eric Hendon was a leg kick.
yeah,
And Casey.
limping all around, man. Casey and then Walton and then that Turcios fight, dude. Like, man, what a run, dude. Like early in your career, look at all these guys you fought early. And dude, this fight, I know this fight didn't go your way.
Cody?
but Cody Owens and you in that amateur fight was one of the best amateur fights I've ever
I've
seen.
always wanted to run that back. I know we were
Cody.
just talking about rematches and why should Josh, but that one was like, man,
Yeah.
I want to run that one back.
It was such a good fight, man.
Cody
I've
is
still got
one
crazy
of those
pictures.
guys.
I guarantee you, Cody would love to run it back. Too.
Cody's one of
If he
those
could.
guys
Yeah, if he
that
could.
Physically.
Yeah.
he would have made it, man. Like he
Oh,
could have
yeah.
made it.
Yeah.
For me, man, that's like one of the heartbreakers. And
I love
again,
Cody Owens.
that's the fight game, ain't it? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
He had some injuries that prevented him from.
Yeah, man, forced him into early retirement. You know, as he was about to go pro. I feel
Unfortunate,
like, man, and
No, he went pro.
did he?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
but it was
he
very
went
early.
3-0
Went
as a
3-0
pro.
as a
It
pro,
was
yeah.
it was very early in his career that he had to cut it short due to injury.
It's just when he turned pro and when he was on that run, there wasn't like a real clear path to the UFC at this point. I was like, damn, we could have put Cody.
Oh
into
yeah, no doubt, man.
all these.
Shout
dudes.
out Texas Zombie.
Literal zombie. Dude was walking me down the whole fight, and I was like, all right, I'm going to pull
man.
guard now. My dad was pissed. I'm going to stop pulling guard. I'm like,
Now that you're
man.
back in town, what's your training regimen and stuff? Are you training daily now? And
Yeah.
where at?
Of course. Still undecided right now. I don't know if I'm going to head back out of town, but it's either here or there. But I've got my training regimen down.
So you're getting working every day.
Of course, yeah.
You
Planet
got
I
Fitness.
don't know if you can see it. I had a black eye last week.
Is that what it is? Planet
Yeah,
Fitness.
Right. Guys throwing weights at me and shit.
Planet Fitness, LA Fitness. You got anything lined up? Anything in the works? San
I'll look
Antonio
at the
UFC.
camera. Exactly. March 25th. If you're listening to this, Sean Shelby, Jason House. I need that fight, man.
So I think, did they just announce Adrian's on that card?
They're working on it with Rob Font. I seen him at the Rockets the other day, and that's what he was saying. They're working on him and Rob.
I thought I saw an announcement that he was on it.
No,
San Antonio.
they were asking if he
CJ.
should be the main event. Oh, CJ Vergara's on it.
CJ Vergara, that's who's
Yeah,
on it. Yeah.
CJ's on it.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, CJ
Good
got
for
well.
him. Yeah.
CJ's gonna in a arena like that.
Yeah.
But he's gonna do his part.
Yes.
To put some asses in seats.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
He'll-
for sure.
He'll
He'll
fill
probably
a
move
considerable number of seats.
15K,
He won't
20K.
fill the AT&T Center or whatever.
No,
but yeah.
hell no. But
But
he'll
he-
probably
he's
fill
gonna
at
have a
least
strong
200.
showing for
Oh, yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Hometown boy.
Yeah, no, that'll be the best birthday gift for me if you ask me.
Yeah.
March 25th. That's my actual birthday.
3
All
days
right.
after my
So
birthday.
yeah, so like, let's make it happen, please.
Anybody on the radar you'd like to fight?
Anybody. That's what I said after my last fight. When Felder interviewed me, I thought he was gonna ask, but I was like, bro, anybody can at this point.
Anybody
It's
make
kinda-
everybody.
Exactly.
If you had, like Alex Morano got to have one of his dream fights. He got to fight Cowboy. So like when you look at who could they match you up with that you'd be like, this is a fight I've always wanted or like dreamed of having.
Oh, just looking up to him since I was younger, and we just talked about the whole leg kick knockout and everything. Jose Aldo.
Holy
Ooh.
shit.
I'm not calling him out, but I mean, he's obviously retired.
Oh, no,
now,
that's a
but
call out.
It's a,
Call out.
That's a call out.
You hear that, Jose?
It's a dream matchup, and that dude's, bro.
That's
like,
crazy.
I just remember watching him, and his leg kicks were so fierce.
Yeah.
And then I think, like one of my fights, I finished that guy with the leg kicks. I was like, bro, like, I think I'm Jose Aldo now. You know what I mean? He's just
awesome.
the way he rips body to head, bro. I've studied him so much, and guy's solid.
Jose Aldo.
But back in the day, look at that. Look, I got them Cody Owens and
Look at
I got that whole drop box here. I forgot about it. I
Rich
was
got
like,
the whole thing. You're gonna give me
man,
pulling guard too.
I
Oh, you
forgot
seen
about-
that Pornhub?
Listen,
Right, close
listen.
that real quick.
We don't
Hey,
we
but
don't
he
open
threw
that
it out.
folder on air, man.
You seen
Listen,
that?
y'all leave my Garcia folder alone. y'all
seen
y'all
that
leave that one
Pornhub?
out of here. All right, hey, let's finish up on this weekend's fights. Dude, Aaron Young, Eric Mercado, slugfest. Two guys, babyface. Okay, all right, we'll get to him
There we
next.
go.
We'll get to him next. Mercado and Young. Congrats to Aaron Young. So they've been wanting to have that fight since like amateur days, right?
Yeah, they came up on the Oklahoma circuit together. Never fought. Both undefeated Amis.
Eric Mercado has the worst luck at Escapade.
That's what he said.
I think
Yeah,
all of his
man.
losses have come at Escapade.
Yeah, I think you're right,
He
man.
told me after, he's like, man, I want to fight again, but not here.
Not at this building.
He goes, I've won at every venue y'all put me on outside of this one.
That's crazy.
It's like, shit.
You've got Colton England taking the win over Darren Whitney. They look great.
I like finishes, man.
Eric said no thanks.
I like finishes.
I know you do. I know
he
you
came
do.
and asked me after. He's like, dude, they didn't give me an interview. I said, man, you got to finish the fight. Like they were asking for, they were going to interview only the finishes.
Listen, we'll get to some of that maybe if we talk about the amateur card some too. But like,
Well, granted, Darren Whitney's not an easy fight. It's not like who's finished Darren.
no one.
No
Macklin. Macklin submitted him.
No, he didn't.
He did.
What the fuck are you talking about? They haven't even fought yet.
I'm sorry, Markel Maderos.
Nobody.
Oh, you're right. They were supposed to fight. Who did he submit? Braxton Everett. That was Braxton Everett's last fight. They look alike. They're both white guys.
Who's
All white people look the same. Everybody knows that.
That was Macklin's last fight. It was Braxton Everett.
Yes.
I got Everett and Whitney confused.
Yeah.
They don't even look nothing alike.
So I mean, but Darren Whitney hasn't been finished.
No.
So he's what 5-2 now.
Yeah, he goes to 5-2. Colton goes to 12-4.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of like Leo spoke to earlier, man. Like you got to finish people.
12-4 Colton England.
Yeah.
If he can get 2 solid finishes, I think he can maybe at least get a contender shot again.
I think so. What
But you
about
gotta
the?
get the finishes.
How about finishes the debut of Jacoby Smith?
Jesus?
Oh,
Did he throw every punch
man.
from his shoelaces?
Hey,
Like-
but one of mine and Eric's like go-to inside jokes is, man, that guy looked like Martin on the episode where he fought Tommy Hitman Hearns. And dude,
He really did.
afterwards,
Same haircut.
Brickhand Britton had that look about him. And he took a lot of lumps in that one from Jacoby Smith in his debut.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know,
Then he went
Jacoby.
and took a picture with Phil Rowe after the fight. Britton. Shout out to Britton, though, man. That dude says yes to anybody.
He does, man.
He don't give a
does.
fuck.
But Jacoby, he wasn't very happy with Britton for not making weight,
I know.
I seen
for
that.
missing considerably
I've
and
seen
waiting until a
that.
couple of days before.
Yeah,
to,
his post-fight interview was
oh yeah,
pretty-
and he made it known.
What did he
made
say?
it known.
I gotta feed my family or something
Yeah,
like that.
man.
You want
Yeah.
to be
With
a
some
pussy?
other-
You want to be
Yeah.
a pussy? That's
I love
coward
that.
shit.
Yeah.
man.
This
Jacoby.
is my cage.
He pulled no punches in the fight, and he pulled no punches in the post-fight interview.
Listen, up until this point, we've never had any issues with Tommy. Tommy has came and fought anybody, short
Whoever.
notice, made the weight. This time, it took some convincing with us and his coaches to get him to come to a weight that they would agree on. He was, for whatever was going on in his life at this day, like
Right.
not to give any excuses,
Yeah, yeah.
but 20 pounds off of where
Yeah,
he
'cause
was
this
supposed
fight
to
was
be.
supposed to be at 170.
That's what
and
I
then they
thought,
asked
yeah.
for a 175 catch weight.
Right.
And then 2 days before, he's not coming to weigh-ins because he's not going to make weight. So we're like, well, what can you do? 195.
yeah.
Hey, so we
man,
called
you
we
know.
called Jacoby, and Jacoby's like, man, I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
Jacoby.
I'll fight at whatever weight.
Shout
Just
out to
He's gotta
Jacoby,
feed his
man.
family.
bring
yeah,
this
for
man.
sure.
And Britton showed up and was at 195 and
And he paid for not
What
making
did
weight.
Jacoby end up showing up at?
84.
They let it happen?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
when the
They
weight
were-
is that heavy, like in the 80s and shit,
Okay.
the
There's a
allowance
little
is
more
lot
leeway.
bigger.
They're lenient.
Yeah, there's
Versus like a
Makes
guy who
sense.
weighs in at 125, you only get like 7 pounds.
Makes sense.
Or some
Okay.
shit.
The higher, yeah. Okay.
So Jacoby Smith goes to 4-0.
Like me, I could
Looking
never
good in our
fight
division.
Rich. It
Oh
would
my
never
God.
work.
Yeah, just fucking lay on him.
We'll run that.
Nobody would pay to see that one either.
Hey, and then people would pay to see that. We can sell some tickets.
Yeah.
No, to hustle some
Talking about-
tickets.
The other fight I called you about, people will pay too.
Which one?
Just heavy security.
Which one?
It's Houston Rappers.
Karan
Oh,
Reed
yeah.
or what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, we can sell tickets.
Hey, my boy Trey got a straight right from hell.
Oh, yeah.
Got some
And
heat
and
behind
he's
it.
got a slap like a motherfucker, too.
Hey, speaking of heat, dude, babyface Cameron Smotherman,
Oh.
dude.
Let's go.
Dude,
got
that
that
kid,
camera
man.
D?
Jeez.
that kid can
He's
crack.
somewhere in there.
Can crack. And you know what? And going back through the pictures, a lot of times when I'm looking through pictures, I see things I didn't see in real time. Dude, Cameron took some shots.
He did,
Like,
man.
he took some hard shots from Adam Martinez.
Martinez is no joke,
and
man.
never like even had a sign that he was like phased by anything.
I think he was expecting a shot, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of these guys do when they can't stand with you. They'll shoot right in. So good
But
takedown.
that kid that he fought,
Good takedown defense.
he don't give a damn. He ain't
Oh,
really,
really?
shooting. Yeah, Adam, he wants to go in there and mix it
wants
up
to
too.
I think
stand
I've
and
seen that
bang
one.
and
Once
put on
I
a
seen
show,
the red
man.
mohawk, I was like, this
Bro,
guy
he
probably
went
don't
in
give
there
a
at
fuck,
one
huh?
point and he launched 3 right hooks at all, like back to back to
Yeah.
back, and then a spin kick. And I was like, man, this dude don't give a
Yeah,
damn.
that's video
He
game
wasn't back.
shit right
Yeah, that's
there,
what it looked
man.
like.
Yeah.
Because he was like dragging his left hand along the
Uh-huh.
fence the whole time. He's like, ding, ding, ding.
It's like just mashing that power shot button.
I'm about
Yeah.
to go back and watch.
Yeah, dude, it was.
Yeah, man. Cam knocked him down a couple of times, and he popped right back up. You know,
And
Martinez popped
honestly,
right
that-
back up and made a
That
fight
left
out
hook
of it.
finish, if you look at it, like it was a great stoppage.
It was.
Obviously,
yeah.
he probably would have got hurt, but he just kind of laid back and he was like, "Oh, it's over, okay." And then he
Yeah.
like put his hands
Yeah,
on his
yeah.
head.
All right.
But it's
yeah.
not like he was ready to quit.
No, he would have.
He would have let
got
Cam
back up
jump
and kept
on top
fighting
of
for
him,
sure.
and he probably
Full
would have
guard.
started trying to scramble. But hats off to Cameron, man.
Yeah, man. Cam finally got that knockout win that he's been looking
Left
for.
hook.
Yep.
He wanted that left hook.
Props to the babyface killer.
Yes, sir.
Man, so next for him, he was 7-3? 7-3 or 7-2 for Cameron?
7-3.
3, I believe.
Yeah, 7-3.
I mean, we talk about.
We got him
10
on the right side though. He's like
He's on the right side of it. He's got the
Double
he's
the
got
right side.
everything you want when you talk about a fighter. He's got the look. He's got the way he carries
Exciting.
himself. Yeah, exciting.
Exciting.
Just the way he walks to the cage, like he's
very marketable.
He's never been in a boring fight,
no.
No, that's for sure.
and it's not because of the other guy.
Yeah.
Like Cameron's the perfect dance partner for anybody that wants to be in an exciting fight. 100%.
There we go.
That dude's, and you need that. Like, so I would probably say, man, if there's a boring fighter out there, you should ask to fight Cameron Smotherman if you need to be impressive.
What do we think about running it back with him and CJ?
CJ.
Oh, Carlos?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean,
He's past it.
yeah, I think Cameron would want that. I'm working on another fight right now.
Yeah.
We're trying to make another
Yeah.
fight for him right now.
So some of those fights.
So it's a no thanks.
no thanks, on
thanks for
CJ.
sure.
Yeah, we got
Like,
CJ matched already.
It's
Yeah, kick
one,
ass.
one of those things too that is that like you see those fighters their careers take different paths.
Right.
CJ hasn't been as active as Cameron has been,
Right.
and so CJ is still on our Challenger series, and Cameron doesn't qualify for Challenger anymore.
Yeah,
Right,
he's already
right.
But
passed
like
his
you know
5
he's
wins.
so far past it. So I'm sure if we were to ask Cameron, yeah, of course he wants
Yeah.
that fight back, 1,000%. As a promotion, no. We can't do that.
I think
can't-
Carlos
can't do
would
a
do it.
7-3. He would, but
But
yeah.
Carlos would do it, but I just
How
even for
many-
Carlos, it's not really worth.
How old is he, Carlos?
Carlos is 33,
47, maybe 48.
Yeah. I'll let you make the joke. I was gonna make the joke.
No, he's early 30s, I think.
I think he's early 30s. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more active, unfortunately, at that
Oh,
age.
Carlos is 35.
Carlos is late 70s.
He can crack though.
He's 35 years old. Yeah.
I sparred him. I won't forget. Yeah, I think it was like 19, 20 years old. I was like, this dude can crack.
Yeah, he's got heavy hands, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, and some of the, like, to be fair, like, he was going to fight Francisco Bondo. He was going to fight Karan Reed. These were fights that were not his fault that they didn't happen, you know, but that big gap, man, 2014 all the way to 2021 before he fought again, And then since 2021, he had 2 fights in 21.
Smotherman was his pro debut, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was Cameron's record at that time?
2-0.
Yeah. So look at Cameron now at 7-3.
It's kind of a quick stoppage, from what I recall. It was like a flash knockout. Cam popped right back up.
It's hard to say, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. Looking back,
It's
I
a
think-
thankless job whenever you make a stop like that.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
like look at Jeff this weekend. Jeff, gave Tommy Britton every chance he could because Britton kept saying, "I'm all right, man.
Yeah.
I'm all right." And Jeff's
Give it a
just
thumbs
like
up.
his face is melting in front of me.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
That was the same thing with Darren Till a
Yes,
few
yeah,
weekends back.
yeah.
Darren's like,
Thumbs
I'm
up.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gives a thumbs up. Like,
Yeah.
shit, man. It's not gonna cut it all the time.
I gotta ask you
Martin.
something though, Eric.
up?
How did you get that Jose Johnson fight? I'll tell you the background story after you.
What Jose? Which one?
Because it was a replacement, huh?
For you?
For the Dana, yeah.
Yeah, who you were supposed to fight?
That kid from Boston, or not kid, but older guy.
Oh, he was supposed to fight the stocky guy,
Yeah.
right? What was that kid's name? You remember?
Abdul Farouk Seminar.
No.
Worth a shot.
was a
I
good
remember
one.
who you
That
were
was a good
supposed to
one,
fight.
man.
He was
It was a
supposed.
kid from Boston, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Hopkins.
I mean, I needed a 35er that I knew would show up,
Mm-hmm.
and one call to Jose, and he was done. Then I had to call Jason because I know he manages both of y'all.
Yeah.
And Jason was like, I mean, if Jose wants to do it, I guess so.
I mean, it's worth the risk, huh?
Yeah, and
Dana-
that's what
Dana's there.
really sold it. It was in front of Dana.
And
Yeah.
and Dana got a call.
Right. That's
from-
what's crazy.
From someone
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, keep your eye on Jose Johnson. That's the guy that's ready." Boom,
Did you
boom,
see the
boom.
looking for a fight?
Yeah.
Did you watch it when
Come on,
when Dana's
bro.
explaining that?
Come on. I said, fuck that guy, bro. And he tags me on Instagram and stuff. Oh, blah, 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 fighter. I'm like, bro, I was brought up there Fury. Like,
You're coming to
Yeah.
my
bro.
house.
And by the time he sent that text, I think the fight was already over, to be honest.
No, he sent it before, or Dana saw it before. But he's told he
Knockout of the year. Come on
yeah
now.
he told Dana to. It was Ed Soares told Dana, look at this
yeah.
guy Jose Johnson. Keep your eyes on him. He had knockout of the year. Was that on the LFA event that he had
Yeah.
knockout of the year?
It was,
Yeah.
it was like a
Elbow.
12 to 6 elbow, yeah.
Yeah,
Slept the dude.
so Dana mentions that and looking for a fight. He's like,
Right.
man, Ed just called me and said I need to keep my eyes on Jose Johnson. Granted, he's a killer.
Right.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
Like we didn't throw Mana a bone.
No.
I think that was
Mana just handled business.
I think that was actually a tougher fight.
yeah.
That kid from Boston wasn't ready. He was like an older dude.
Man, what was that kid's name? He never signed with us.
Look
He
it
said he
up.
had an
Pat
injury.
Benatar.
No.
It doesn't matter what his
fuck are you
name
talking
is.
about?
I don't remember. I'm looking at something different. I don't remember what.
Get
his
off
name was.
Pornhub.
Nah.
Yo.
Hey, but quick.
What's this? Chicks with dicks.
Whoa.
They're called Garcias, baby.
Quick background on that, bro. Like, so when you told me that guy was out,
Mhm.
I was with this little girl. Not little. No, I was.
Whoa.
Hey, I was with this little shawty.
Matt
There you
Probin.
go.
Swanson.
Matt
Got
Probin.
jokes.
Matt
I've got
Probin.
great
Matt
material
Probin.
this one, man.
Anyways, and she was like, "Oh, you're
You did find him.
Probin," and she was like, "Oh, anyways, your fight is off. Let's go to this pool." And I'm
No.
like, "Okay, what pool?"
I remember.
Wait,
I
yeah,
remember.
nobody knows the background story,
I
right?
remember
So
that.
this little shawty texts me, and
Mick.
it was a Texas size pool, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit, we're kind of in big baller status, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that Texas size pool, if you're from Texas,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Downtown at
It's
the
iconic.
so
in
we're
America.
floating, and we're floating around the lazy river, and I look up, and I'm like, oh, that's Mick Maynard,
Yeah.
and she doesn't know who it is, and she's like, who is that? I'm like, he's like a UFC matchmaker, like. I think if I talk to him, he could maybe make something work out for this match that I have next weekend. And she's like, okay. So we float back around the river again. So I'm like, Mick's had a few shots.
Mick's
He's
Mick.
feeling good.
Doing his thing.
Mick
Mickey
doing
one
his
more.
thing.
His
Yeah.
wife, everybody, Miss Andrea. And I'm like, bro, Eric said I got backed out. He's like, you're not fighting? Dana's coming in town. You need to fight. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
He called
bro,
me right
I'm
there.
like, bro, well, let's see if we can get somebody. And he's like, all right, we're going to make it work. You're going to fight. And I'm like, are you sure, Mick? And he's like, yeah, for sure. I'm talking to Eric right now.
Yeah.
And then I guess he
Right
called
there.
you,
He's-
bro.
Yeah.
Businessman, I love that.
Yeah.
Goddamn, I love
Y'all
Mick.
made it happen, bro.
Yeah,
But,
no.
like, what are the chances that the stars align. I'm at a random Texas pool. I see Mick.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
That's got to work, my friend.
It is. No, it really is. I truly believe that.
I
and
do too.
Obviously, a couple fights before that, or 1 or 2 fights before that, I lost my contender series fight, and it was inside an empty arena in Vegas.
Yeah.
But then, thankfully, to you guys, I had all my family there. My mom,
packed,
Master Zolfi, UFC. I'll never forget that, bro. And yeah, I did what I
I'll
had to
never
do
forget
out
that
there.
post-fight interview. After
That
you won.
was great.
Yeah, he's like, I know I lost my fight at the contender series, but I vowed if I ever fought in front of you again, I'd get the
Yes.
finish, and
Yeah,
boom,
that's
there you
right.
were,
And-
man.
And I want to fight for the best organization.
Yeah.
It's the UFC.
The crowd that night when you finished that was insane. I can't even describe like
It
the
always is
feeling.
for him, but that night in
That
particular, man.
that night,
It was magic.
Was unreal because it was just like this moment of redemption.
It
that
was.
everybody knew about. Everybody was like waiting for it.
Exactly.
And it happens, man. And it's one of those things that it's a hard line sometimes, I think, for us as almost every one of you guys. We've seen y'all come up from like your first amateur fight. We're fans and friends. And then you see these guys fight together, and it's just crazy emotions go at one time. Like, damn, Jose's on the ground. I feel terrible.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I'm looking up at Mana on the cage.
Mana's on the
Fuck
cage.
yeah.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. You know, and
Right.
it's one of those things where you're like, this sport, the highs and lows are so amazing. Are so amazing
That-
of it, man. And
that
that
was-
moment for you was beautiful.
That was one of our probably most proud shows, right?
Oh,
It had
it's
to.
probably number one.
It was super packed. Most
Yeah.
tickets we've ever sold, I think, in the history of Fury.
Yeah.
Repeat that again.
That was it.
Aswell Senior.
That was like that event
As
was.
an event.
Was
that
Aswell on that card?
I don't know, but
I think he was.
I don't remember.
he always.
I think he
Aswell
was.
sold this much. I'm like, bro, I used to push
I
some
think
tickets.
Aswell
to
was
you.
on that
Yeah.
same card.
I'm sure you put him on that
Yeah,
show.
he was there because I remember his dad being behind me. He sent me where I could see Dana.
Yeah. Shout out Aswell Senior.
Shout out
Yeah.
Aswell.
I remember. But what was cool is that like I think that was like our second or third Fight Pass event.
It was number two.
That was.
Oh, what?
It was number two.
It was
actually.
our
Number
second
2.
Fight Pass event. So the Fight Pass team came out, and what made me real proud is like, dude, like, this is insane. We didn't know this is how y'all did it. And I was like, man, everything worked out. Like
Hey,
our
man, a
Houston
lot of people
guys.
say that. We're sorry. We're sorry. I remember that.
Aswell beat Jordan Pluton
See,
that night.
he was on there.
The grinder.
But yeah, it was one of those things where like they were like, man, we didn't know you guys did it like this. Is this how every fight is like? And we're like, oh yeah, of
Pretty
course.
much.
Of course, yeah, every fight's like this. Fuck no.
That's how it goes
Like
down.
that was an
Close
insane
to it,
night.
man. Close to it, though.
That was but that also set us off on this like insane run.
Insane
After
run.
that, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
because this was
That we're
the
still
looking
on.
for a fight, Fury 46.
That was May.
Yeah. So we had Vergara and Silva,
The card before.
the card before.
Oh, that was
44.
Banger.
That was the first Fight Pass.
First one ever. Oh,
Yeah.
bro, that put y'all on the
44.
map.
That still goes.
Yeah, that was it.
That
Right.
still goes down. Like we were talking about.
Still, man.
Fight of the year.
I think
fight
there's
of the century.
Yeah, I think there's 3 off the top of my head, and these are only come within the last 2 years for me at Fury. That when I think about like if I was going to show somebody like 3 fights, like when you talk about Fury fighting, I would show them Vergara and Silva.
3 times.
I would show them Ivy and Loram,
That was a good
Oh,
fight.
yeah.
and I would show them
Yeah.
John Giannis and Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
Because those 2 dudes beat the
that's a good
dog snot out of each other and never back down. And those 3 fights kind of represent like what we do, man. Like the crowd's going insane. You've got it's not just this hometown kid. This is a guy who is ready to go.
Yeah.
Like if you're in the main event of our show, you are ready to go.
Yeah.
And each of those fights were just insane, and it's put us on this crazy run now that I don't know. We've done 7,000 shows. It feels like in the
Well, I mean, if you look at our first one was what? 45
44.
45 was on Fight Pass?
Pretty sure 44 was on Fight Pass.
It was
I'll tell you
44.
right now. Hang on.
It's 44.
Listen,
I think it's
this
45.
is just a bullshit
I think
promotion
it was
back then.
45.
Was it 45?
Let's
Both
find out,
wrong.
man. Listen. So 43, 44. 44 was Silva Vergara.
That's it.
Oh, you're right.
Try to tell you.
Yeah.
Fofo was
Y'all
on
act
tipping.
like y'all don't,
Yeah,
I don't know
Fight Pass.
shit.
This is our Fight Pass.
And I
Okay,
was
so
on there
Leo-
too. Oh,
Leo
shit,
and
I was
Casey,
on
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So we're going to 73
Yeah,
in 2 years.
in 2 years.
Not bad.
Fight Pass is
Not
like,
bad,
slow
man.
down.
Good
Look
work,
at you.
brother.
Slow down.
What
You guys are
doing
putting out too
thing?
much content.
Come on, man.
I knew y'all made it.
Hey,
when
putting out too much content. We're about to start our OnlyFans. It's not. Hey,
That's not a lie.
that's not a
truth.
lie.
Oh, my God.
It's truth.
We're about to do a Fury
Leo,
FC
I need you.
OnlyFans.
I need you to be on our OnlyFans.
Come on. We'll show off our
Exclusive
shoes.
content.
Special, yeah. Ooh,
Hey,
shoe
can
content.
we have a kick
Think we
cam
can
on the
see
show or
Dude,
something?
it would be good. Look at that.
Unions, Yeezys, Travis Scotts.
Yeah, don't.
We got some good Reebok
Got
runners.
some
We'll
K-Swiss
take
over
it.
here. Diego walked off. Diego took
shit.
off.
I'm
We
so
started
glad I-
talking about
I'm
shoes.
so glad I didn't wear boots today. Now.
Hey, we're the Retro 4s.
I like those
Dude,
Unions.
those
Yeah, those
only
are
come
nice.
out for like super special occasions, man. Those don't see
Retro
daylight
4s.
very often because I don't want anybody fucking those up. And after I leave the studio, you know, we're recording a couple of days before Christmas. I'm gonna go hit some stores and try to finish up last minute Christmas shopping.
Today?
Let's go.
Hey,
If
listen.
somebody
we were
steps
going to
on it,
Mojo's.
there's gonna be a lot of people stepping on shoes today.
I thought we were going to Mojo's.
Okay, let's do it.
Listen, hey,
But I don't want to spill
just-
liquor. I don't want to Mickey one more of my fours.
Listen, I got one, like 2 pairs of shoes left that I need. Like I need those blue and white Travis Scotts, those lows.
Yeah. I still got a
need
bunch. I
those.
saw you wearing those Concords.
Those are dope.
Those
I want
Concords
those
are
all
good.
black ones.
Those
man,
are
those are
fragments.
I just got them.
I know you.
I just got those all black ones, and I'm giving them to our guys at Space City, Christian.
Space City Collective.
Shout out Space City, my boys.
Man, that's the spot.
It is
We need to get
close to the home.
I like those ones he was wearing the other day.
Which ones?
The black and brown Travis Scott's lows.
Yeah, I
Mochas?
like those too.
Yeah, the mocha ones.
Yeah,
I gotta get some of those, man. I gotta get my hands on some of those.
I
Matter
need
of fact, I'm
some.
gonna go there today to buy my son a Christmas present.
There you go.
Space City.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Make sure you tell him you need that Fury discount code.
Okay.
It's
What
BS promotion.
Okay.
What happened to that guy? We don't have to mention him.
Rich
but-
is like the Rodney
What happened to that guy?
Dangerfield.
I'm working on it
we're
right
trying
now.
to bring
Okay.
him back right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rich is the
He's
Rodney
still working
Dangerfield
on
of
for
Fury
camp.
FC, man.
135.
At 35, he's moving up.
Yeah.
Very
Think about
technical fight.
Waiting on them to give the okay.
What happened with the old buddy 2-0 who did the backflip off the cage and called out?
No.
Who?
When I
Oh,
was saying
no.
bye to you, no?
Nah, Elijah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still young in his career,
Oh,
Dude
the,
was
the
doing
kid, at the last show that called out Cam.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
dude,
I was
so
saying
after
bye
the-
to him, and he's
after
like,
the
dude, this guy
fight-
just called out Cam. I'm
after
like,
the
oh,
fight,
I don't know what's going
yeah,
on.
he's
but
2-0.
We
I
were
was
just
saying
gonna
bye to
interview him.
you.
It wasn't
Yeah.
a plain interview, but he's like, hey man, can I call somebody out real quick? I'm like, do it real quick, because we're on
Real
TV
quick.
time.
Y'all
I was like-
kept
I
emphasizing
was like,
real
dude,
quick
yeah.
the whole
real
night.
quick, man, and he called out Cam's like, God damn it, I'm gonna quit putting these microphones in front of these
listen.
people.
I mean, he
come
has a,
on.
he has a
listen,
right to
that
ask.
kid-
Yeah,
of
we're-
course.
Y'all
No,
got
we're
the
gonna-
right
Of
to-
course.
Elijah Smith, when 2 years from now, that kid's a star. That
Of
kid
course
is
he
very,
is.
very good.
Explosive, huh?
Explosive. I mean, he's got his dad in his corner with all of his experience. Gilbert, the kid's great, but listen, you got to earn the right to get to certain people.
Yeah.
Right.
2-0.
And 2-0 is not ready for Cameron.
Yeah.
No.
Not only, and you wait. Let's say he's ready. You haven't earned it yet.
There you go.
You got to earn it. Now, don't get me wrong. You beat Christian Strong. Christian Strong is a dog.
No joke.
And to stop him with his wrestling the way he did was super impressive. Elijah's going to be a
Clipped
problem
him.
for a lot of people.
Shooting, right? Hit him
Yeah.
with a right hand.
It's going to be a problem for a lot of people. Let's
But not
see
yet.
where we get
But
him.
not
Yeah,
yet. Let's build to that.
Not
man.
yet. I do think there is something to be said for, like, you have to earn some of this. Like, you've got to earn it. And when it goes back to, you got to finish fights, you got to finish people,
plain
you
and
got to
simple.
put on a show. Fury 73 is coming up, man. I completely forgot about that.
What about my guy, Primetime Moreno?
He's on
2-5?
73.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, he's on 2-5.
That's my boy.
Fighting Keenan
Dude,
Jackson.
Dude, our 70 division is
Bro,
Keenan
y'all
Jackson,
talking
Isaac
45,
Moreno.
70. Y'all got all the
We got every
divisions.
division.
huh?
Cody Steele at 55.
Every division.
Every time they say
Steel,
like
steel
oh,
drop
man,
down, huh?
Our featherweight division is
55.
stacked. I'm like, so is the flyweight. So is the bantamweight. So is the welterweight. We've got a lot of killers in every
Look,
division.
man, in
All
the
divisions
heavyweight-
are stacked.
Who's
man.
that guy that walked out to King Von? I don't know if y'all know
big
walk-
one?
Yeah.
Austin Green.
Bro, he brings that energy.
Shout out Austin Green, man.
I was ready to. I was
Hey,
ready to
you
get
know-
his occasion.
you know he has
from his triple. I'm like,
Hey,
oh,
he's,
yo,
he's
who's
got a
that
background in
guy?
pro wrestling. He's a pro wrestler as well,
Yeah.
so
Really?
He knows how to carry
He
himself.
knows how to
Yeah.
sell, baby.
That's a
He knows how
5-0
to sell.
heavyweight now.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on
okay.
Austin Green, especially at heavyweight, man. I mean,
And we got Miles Banks coming into the heavyweight division.
Oh,
I think I got
yeah.
shit, man.
Ammy, dude. Ammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's making
Yeah.
his pro debut
Miles
on
Banks,
2-5.
every bit of 7'6". That dude is the
God,
biggest
dude.
thing I've
Bro,
ever
he's a,
seen in my
defensive,
life.
he's a defensive end, ready to
Dude,
sack a
didn't he
quarterback.
play like D1 basketball?
I
Oh,
think
I
so.
don't know.
Imagine Miles Banks at 3-0 or something fighting Austin Green. That's
I know.
5-0.
As we say that, that's what's going through my mind. It's like, man,
Literally
we
don't
could,
have a cage that big.
We could.
Like both
that's
guys
one of those-
are
we-
kicking
We
over
could
top
sell
of
out the
fucking
Toyota
cage.
Center if we build it right, man.
That's one of those things, though, where it's like, man, do you knock off the prospect or do you let them both go?
I mean, look,
You got to match it. You got to build it right.
Look, we talked
Yeah.
about in some of it. if it's early in your career, like we've got the fight we talked about we're doing in San Antonio for Leomana.
Yeah.
Look, man,
100%.
you've got to.
They're still Amis though.
They're still Amis, but even if they were like 1-0, 2-0 pros, I'd still let it happen.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because
for sure.
it's so early in your career.
But what I say is
test yourself.
The
now.
difference with heavyweights though is that 3-0, 4-0, 5-0,
go.
you can actually be in the UFC
Yeah.
fighting
They took
with
4
a
fights?
contract.
They take 4 fights.
Yeah. So it's different.
4, maybe 5, but I mean, it was early. I remember that.
Right, so having those guys fight and knock each other off is different than having a featherweight or a lightweight or something with 3-0, 4-0 knock each other off.
Yeah.
They really get knocked off.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, also shout out to Nick Piccinini making his debut against Freddie Rodriguez. Dude, that wrestling.
Shout out Daniel Cormier.
Shout out
Seen
DC.
that. He's
My
a,
boy
you know,
DC.
he's a big wrestler, huh?
You know, him and
OSU.
Eric are like on first name basis.
DC.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
He doesn't respond to my text, though. That's cool.
Who, DC?
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Felipe Rocha picking up our
No thanks.
light heavyweight championship over James
Yeah,
Ford.
man.
That
Felipe.
was a great fight.
It really
And
was.
Congrats to Felipe had a baby yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
What-
Well, his
okay,
wife.
had-
his wife
well,
did.
yeah, you know.
Oh, I thought
Listen.
Felipe had
Well,
that.
hey, these days we have to specify.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Hey, but hey, James Ford for his first fight at 205 looked fucking phenomenal.
He did.
He made
man.
203.
Went
He-
to go
he made
3
that
rounds
easy.
with Philippe, man. It's holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
5.
Or 5,
Five
sorry,
rounds.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah,
my bad.
5 rounds. It was a close fight. It was a very close fight, depending on how you weighed as a judge, and honestly, depending on where you were sitting as a judge.
Yes.
On the angle you had, because
Yeah.
there were times where, very much like a DC, James had, you clinch up top, and he's throwing those uppercuts. And if you're on the other side,
You don't see it.
You don't see
Yeah,
it.
you
You
can't
see
see
him
where it's
holding,
landing, yeah.
but you do see Philippe throwing an overhand every now and then hit him.
Yep.
So like
At the
it's,
end of the day, it's an amateur fight.
yeah.
If you're going to lose it there.
Bingo.
Kyle
You're still
Todd
undefeated
ranked-
as a pro.
Woo.
Another tip for the amateurs, bro. You're still undefeated as a pro. So
Yep.
drop the
100%.
knowledge, bro.
Kyle Todd Rank picked up the 145 strap over Dylan Silva.
Toe drink. He'll correct you.
Is it toe
It's
drink?
toe drink. Yeah.
Is it?
He'll correct you.
Oh, my
Toe
bad.
drink.
My
You
bad,
know,
Kyle.
you
I
hear
don't
it
shit.
all, bro.
Ross Thurwalker.
Cutthroat Kyle toe drink.
Ross Thurwalker picking up the win over
Dude, I
David
like
Chavez.
Ross.
Dude, Ross is exciting.
Yeah, man. He's on that list of guys that I got a lot of love for, man. I got a soft spot for him.
Ross is good,
Watching
man.
him come up through the AMI ranks, I can't wait to see him debut at pro.
Andrew Villarreal, after almost starching Casey Lashley in the first few seconds of the
That
fight.
fucking kid was something else. I'm
Jesus.
bringing him back
Yeah.
in February.
Let's go.
Sebastian Rodriguez picked his win over Paul
That
Wilson.
fucking kid, too.
And then, hey, congrats out to my guy Victor Gonzalez getting his second in a row over Dominic Perez.
Del
Alcevea.
Fuego.
Dude, Alcevea, 205.
With the submission of the night.
Al
yeah.
Surveyor straight out of Hawaii,
Yeah.
baby.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's a long.
What
that's
part?
That's a long trip. What part?
Yeah.
The Big Island.
Big Island.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
I say that because you know me. Kylo O'Connor?
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's like,
Big-
he's
yeah.
like Big Island. No, he's not.
Right, by the Spam Factory,
That
dog.
might be
Like,
that might be my cousin.
The one with the volcano.
Hey, where is Kendall Grove from?
I
The
couldn't
Big
tell you.
Island.
He lives next door to Kendall.
Really?
Yeah, he lives next door to Kendall.
They are on the same island.
They got a duplex.
Yeah, right there.
By the volcano.
Bro,
My man.
if you're from the Big Island, you can scrap.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
Pardon this
go, man.
interruption. Pardon this interruption as we welcome in
Another
the
guest.
ultimate fighter, Pretty Ricky Turcios.
Sir.
So yeah, so
With
I'm
his
not
gallon of
100
water, so
percent
he's
sure
not gonna be
which
drinking
island
any
he's
Howlerhead
from,
with us,
but
but
that's
it
where he's
sounds
from.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds good.
Big Island.
Hey, dude,
Gotta
that
give
is
at least a shot.
that
Ricky.
is always my go-to. If someone's like, "What island?" I'm like, "Oh, the big one, bro." You know?
Big one, bro. Yeah, bro.
It's the only way to make
You
it.
made it sound
It's the
good.
only way to make it sound like
And it
you
was
know
funny.
some
He's
shit.
like, the Big Island. He's like, no, he's not.
Hold
He was
on,
like,
bro.
"Hey,
No,
bro." He's like, "I know everybody from the big
Right.
island, bro."
That guy's my cousin. That's my uncle. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, but Al Surveyor looked good, man.
Dude, Alcevea looked great, climbing to 3-0. And then Armando Zuniga picking up the finish over Oliver Jimenez, man.
Have you got to train with Oliver at all? Yeah. Dude, Oliver looked great.
First
Up
round.
until
No,
that
that fight was almost stopped. I seen.
up until that shit happened. Hey, but I knew Armando's no punk. He'll take your punches. He'll strike with you. It wasn't going to be an easy fight for Oliver, but
None of them are, man. That's
No,
the
no,
thing with the
that fight
fights that
was
you guys
this
put together,
close to
man.
being stopped. No,
Yeah.
like this close. Like,
that shows the heart of these guys, man, that are coming up nowadays. It's like,
oh, you don't got nobody that folds, or
No.
maybe you do, but
You got a couple.
still like.
got a couple guys that fold like
Hey, listen.
laundry.
Hey, I don't know.
We got a couple of choppers. Yeah.
putting nobody on spot.
I
He
don't
goes,
know.
well, maybe you do.
I don't know.
Who got name your top
Say
three.
names.
Top three
Say
folders?
the top
Yeah.
three folders.
Top three folders.
Top three jobbers. Do it, Mana.
Yeah,
Do it, Mana.
Yeah.
Top three folders.
All right.
Top three.
No.
Clarence
I
Brown.
will name
Oh,
somebody though.
right.
My boy, on the come up, Nathan Regino.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I promise, bro. That kid's 18. I've been training with him since I was like 4 years old, 5 years old, bro.
I like him.
Solid.
He's got that Richie
And he brings
Valens
it.
hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
It's beautiful.
He brings
This
it.
shit's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Got that
dude.
Richie Valens hair.
Hey, straight
Hey,
Mexican.
we
Let's
got him
go.
matched for 2-5. He's
Yeah.
fighting Isaac Vasquez
Yeah, it's gonna be
from
a fun
Carlos
scrap.
Diego's
Yeah.
gym.
Let's go.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
a good fight.
Stand and bang though.
Good
I
fight.
don't know wrestle fucking.
No,
I know
Hey.
you're not a fan. I'm not a fan
No,
either.
I'm not a fan of that. Everybody knows I'm not a fucking fan of wrestle fucking.
Bro, you look
No.
over at Eric.
Hey,
I
look,
fucking
there's
hate
a-
this
there's
shit,
a-
Not at
bro.
all. That man.
Dude, I'll
Hey,
leave
and
there.
to
I'll
be
fucking
clear-
That
go to the
term gets
restroom.
thrown around so much during the
To
fights. Whenever that's
be-
going on, we look at each other like,
to
man,
be clear-
we're giving him the WWF title, the World Wrestle Fucker Championship, man.
Hey, listen. So what Nick Piccinini did was not wrestle
That's
fucking.
different.
Nah.
No.
Hold on,
No.
That was
Arm
take
triangle,
you
right?
down.
Yeah, that was arm
Yeah.
triangle, bro.
I'm gonna take you down, beat your ass, and sub you. Finish.
Yeah.
That's
I
different.
won't call names on the wrestle fucking, but it's like whenever
Me
you
neither,
take
man.
somebody to the ground, you just hold them there and
I'm not a
stay
fan, man. I'm
there,
not a fan.
and you don't
He-
advance or try to finish or anything. It's like, oh, come on, man.
It's not fun. It's not entertaining, and it also doesn't get you where you need to be.
It'll win you,
know,
a fight.
So
You'll win
so,
that fight, but
you know, like for those guys, like my entire team, they're wrestling. That's their background. Everybody comes from wrestling.
Rich is a wrestle fucker.
I'm a wrestle fucker looking for
That
submissions.
explains a lot.
Yeah.
For submissions, you need to finish that shit.
Rich is a wrestle
Rich just
fucker.
fighting on
Hey,
from the
UFC
Big Island.
Hey, when's the last
274.
when's the last time one of my guys went to decision? I'm just saying. 10-2 this year, bitches. So anyway, we're not talking about guys who go out there and find the finish.
Right.
We're talking about guys who just lay on the leg, get the takedown repeatedly.
Yeah.
They get back up, put him back down.
Yeah.
Please, man, take some risks. Because if you don't take risk, I can tell you right now, from the words of the people up top above us, they don't want to see that shit.
we don't want you.
They're not looking for that shit. You need to make yourself stand out, like have a good presence, hey, go
Stand
watch-
out by not wrestle fucking.
Yeah, go out there and finish.
Don't
people.
stand out for wrestle fucking.
Take some risks. Take some risk. You'll be surprised how good you fucking are when you take those risks. Take those
Yeah,
risks and
man.
see where you land at.
Trust your training, right?
As
And
well.
and now this Hallerhead break is brought to you, of course, by Hallerhead.
Woo!
You got
Get that
anybody?
monkey spirit
You got
in ya.
anybody you want to shout out, Mana, before we cut you loose, man?
Just my
Mac-
boy,
Mattress
Nathan
Mac.
Regino. Oh,
You want to shout
Mattress
out?
Mac.
You got the contact
Right.
with Mattress Mac? You know how to get a hold of him? How can I bring
No,
Dude,
Mattress?
hey, you just
Hey,
go down to
you
6006
got the contact
I-45
with
North, man.
On the screen?
Mattress Mac is there.
I'd like to bring.
Give
I'd
me
like
two
to
again.
bring Mac to the show.
I don't
Hey,
think Mac's going to bother with
Hey,
us. How you doing this morning, baby?
we back live.
We good, bro.
It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to be here. You know what I'm saying? Good to see y'all too. You
I
know
didn't.
what I'm saying?
I didn't get to make it the last time you were on the show.
That's good. That's why we doing the redo.
That didn't happen. The last
two,
one
baby.
didn't
Take
happen.
Take two. Man, it happened.
The
Yeah,
last
it
show
happened.
didn't
We
happen
just
because it
had
didn't
some-
air.
Listen, we had some technical
Technical
difficulties.
difficulties, so
Secret-
we're running it back
secret
with
files.
the ultimate fighter.
We had some
Ricky
audio
Turcios.
audio issues because Diego had spent the night at the massage parlor.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah, down next door to the Space City Collective at the strip club over there.
Listen, man, you do what you gotta do, Diego. We're
It
not
affected
mad at
his
you.
skills to.
It did,
He
it
came
did.
in here. He was scrambling.
Hey, we
No, it
only have one
was.
question.
Too much rub and tug.
Where's y'all whole sunglasses at, man?
Oh, everybody got sunglasses.
Let's go.
I'm gonna have
Come on,
to.
man.
Mana, let me borrow the Gucci's.
I got you, dog. I got you.
Mana's like, right here.
I got,
Got you.
oh, look at here.
Dior shades.
Oh,
Damn, hold on.
That's how we do it over here, baby.
You got the Gucci's, I got the Tarjets.
bring my peasant ass over here.
Oh,
It's
these are
gonna
the
be all
Tarjets
right.
right here, homie.
They are 9 and 10.
Ooh.
Christian Dior. Billie Jean. Billie
Hey, Eric, I need you to like hit the oh yeah.
It looks like he's going snow
Hey.
skiing or some shit.
that Macho Man.
Somebody better put on some Pop Smoke right now. Right now, baby.
Oh yeah.
Y'all don't have. Hey,
Look,
courtessy of my boy Mana right here.
Yeah,
Look, man,
man,
I got
dang,
I got Pop Smoke on
Put
my
on that
phone, dog.
Christian
What you talking about?
Dior.
Man, you
Billie
better not
Jean.
scratch those, E. Man, roll the shit.
Here you go.
Roll another one.
Hey, copyright. We gonna have to talk over this while it plays.
Nah, we'll be
or
good.
else, we're not trying to get a copyright infringement lawsuit. I'm not gonna say like we don't own the rights to play this.
Fair use, common
Exactly, as long as we're talking while it's going on.
I think it's under a certain amount of time we can
Yeah,
use
I
it
think
anyway,
yeah,
right? Like
I think so.
kind of like
I'm playing it safe.
Leomana before Rick breathes on him.
Actually, I think
Wow.
I think copyright was where you can use it for, I guess, for enjoyment or to talk about it or commentate it. So we're good.
Oh,
Rich pleasures himself to that one all the time.
oh, for sure,
Enjoyment.
for sure. I've always finished to that one.
Enjoyment.
That's the only way I can.
Man, look
finish.
at Ricky, man. Look what y'all are doing to us. He's embarrassed for y'all.
Ricky's like, what the fuck show am I on, man?
Hey, no, I'm chilling, baby. You know what I'm saying? We cool. You know what I'm saying? You know how your boy, I pulled up, but before he pulled up, your boy, I was just grooving before I came through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how me, you feel me?
You
So,
want that last
yeah, we
little
had it.
drip of Howler, Ricky?
There's about half a shot of Howler left. It's not even a full shot. Come on, man.
He's like,
Just one time.
Bro, you already know.
All right, all right.
I brought my thing with me. You know
Ricky
what I'm saying?
Ricky sticks to his
Before we
beliefs.
Hey, listen, last time you were here, you had it like in a glass vodka.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I left the glass one at the house this time. You know, I said this bottle once a day. You know what I'm saying?
Times are
Regular.
hard. He's drinking out of the beat
It's
up
Christmas.
Hey, it's Christmas.
the beat up gallon of water right now.
Yeah, no, but that is true. Cause last time I did bring that full glass one last time. I should have brought it this time. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
man,
saying?
it's that
yeah.
vodka.
That last interview
Yeah.
was really good. I wish we could have aired it.
Yeah.
If only we had a
Did I delete
producer. That would.
We still have it.
Oh, hey,
It's
there you
hidden.
go.
Hey, we're about to put that in our OnlyFans box.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
want the uncut, unedited
Yeah, Ricky
interview with
Raw.
Ricky Turcios, the
Pants-
raw
the-
technical difficulties
Raw.
episode,
The
you're gonna have
pants
to
off
subscribe
interview.
to our Fury FC OnlyFans. Apparently, words I never thought I'd be saying.
Hey, you hear Diego say
gotta set
raw?
I gotta set that shit up this week. I think.
Welcome to Fury FC Raw.
Diego used to say it when he goes into the massage parlor. I like it raw.
I like it raw.
I like it
No
raw,
lotion,
baby.
no lotion, ma'am. I want pure hands.
How you like your happy ending?
I want to feel your calluses, lady.
Like, sir, you need to put this on. No, I like it raw.
I like it raw. I like it raw.
Show me
Come
your
on,
most
man.
calloused hands, girl, in this joint.
Oh, bring out Doug.
No
Bring
lotion,
it.
no gloves.
Hand inspection. Let me see. Oh, okay, that one.
Yeah, whenever they do the lineup, Diego just has them hold their hands up.
Diego's here. Bring out Doug. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Y'all
Doug,
are killing me this
Doug
morning.
comes off the fucking
yeah.
roof.
Doug. God
much
damn,
Howler.
Rich Burmaster, I missed you, man.
I missed you guys too, man. It's been like a month since I've been on. Y'all had Ricky. Y'all had like 15 other people shows.
We
While I
had,
wasn't here.
Ricky. Who else? Giannis.
I didn't
Lester.
miss shit with Lester.
Lester Botchers.
Lester didn't know anything to say.
But we got
Shout
the
out.
ultimate
Yeah,
fighter
what's up,
with us
Ricky?
today, pretty Ricky Turcios.
We doing good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
How the holidays?
It's been great. Been enjoying my time. You know what I'm saying? Literally just been, chilling with the family, doing my training, and then coaching too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a
So
good
your,
vibe.
your schedule hasn't changed much then.
I just stay in the gym, you know what I mean? But I mean, as far as like the part that could change, like I said, is like literally I put on my coaching hat more, I guess, this past month. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I got my fighter hat on whenever I'm getting ready for the competitions inside the UFC octagon. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all that dedication during that time like that from my own self. You know what I
Right.
mean? What am I having to do for myself mentally, and then what I got to do for myself in my training? You know what I'm saying? Is that obsessive thing? You know
A
what
lot
I
of
mean?
guys just stay training, but man, that gives you like another perspective. The coaching aspect in addition to the everyday
Yeah,
training.
it'd be cool, because then you take that time to give back to the boys, you know what I'm saying? Give back to the students, you know what I'm saying? The boys and the girls, you know what I'm saying? The young ones, and then the older ones too, you know what I'm saying? From the kids, but then to the competitors we have coming up.
all the dreamers, all
yes.
those dreamers that have
That's
a dream
right.
just like you did, man.
That's right, baby. Dream big, baby. You already
So
know.
I know you get this question probably like the third question anybody ever asks you all the time, but like, do you know when your next fight is?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Every time everybody asks me that,
It's all the time, right?
Every time they
Like-
ask me, I got
It's
this-
only
I
every
give-
fucking day.
I give him this answer right now. You notice how I tell him, bro, you know what? It's going to be a surprise, baby. That's right.
To both of us.
Yeah, when the
To
time
both
comes,
of us.
when the time comes, the time's going to be right. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I'm just doing what I got to do right now. You know what I mean? But even, yes, that's the trick, though. You know what I mean? even outside the fight, staying focused, you know what I'm saying, and doing what you got to do. Like you have the focus in camp, you know what I'm saying, and then that focus outside of camp with, what are you doing outside of camp, you know what I'm saying, with making those improvements all around, you know what I'm saying, whether it's on those mental aspects or whatever, your grappling or striking,
or turning down shots
doing
of elevated
athletics.
whiskey.
So what's that? What's that like for you? You know, you went from being the kid in the gym who was getting coached to now you're coaching kids in the same gym where you were at. Like, what's that feeling like for you?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'm grateful, bro. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. You know what I'm saying? For sure. It'd be like, then because it's like that, I guess. Yeah, I'll say that too sometimes to my people. They say, all right, yeah, this my part that I guess I have to do now is my time or my part to give back,
Give
you
him
know what I'm
back,
saying?
yeah.
Because like it did, the martial arts did such positive things for me in my life, you know what I'm saying? This is what I chose to do, like to do combat sports, to do martial arts like this, you know what I'm saying? And it's made me a better person, you know what I'm saying? And it's fun too, you feel me on that? So yeah, especially so giving back like that, I feel like that's my part too, to help them out. And if it could impact them and help shape them in a good way, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, all right, cool, that's it, that's what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Helping them out.
What you hear the UFC's coming to San Antonio, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard anything about possibly you getting on that?
Potential
That's a good
matchups?
question. That's a good question.
It'd be a surprise, huh?
Yeah, but you know what?
That's a good question. Surprise.
But yeah, no, we good though. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, because between us on that one, on the San Antonio, you know what I'm saying? I ain't heard nothing about the San Antonio.
You're
one, you know what I'm
staying
saying?
ready. You're staying
but we
ready.
trying to-
As a promoter, local, a dream card for me would have Ricky on the card, Mana on the card, Trevin Giles on the card, Alex Morano on the card, CJ on the card, maybe some debut, young new talent coming up. Do we have anybody out that way that we could throw in there?
San Antonio?
Yeah, for like a UFC debut.
I mean, we get there
Eddie
anybody.
Fry.
Maybe Josh Van make his debut.
Josh Van can make his debut out there.
Putting Adrian Yanez obviously on the card makes a lot of sense.
Man, we could have a whole Fury card, babe.
Derek Lewis want to come and jump up in there.
It's good, bro. Yeah, bringing out.
There's a lot of names out there to put in there. There's a lot of Dallas guys that could put Jeffrey Neal.
Dude,
Oh,
you got
yeah.
Selwadi's like
Hands steel
14-3.
Jeff
Ryan
like,
Spann.
Dude, Ryan
Friend of
Spann.
Fury.
Ryan Spann.
Oh man.
Biggest penis on the planet, from what I hear. I don't
Well,
know if I'm
man.
just
Leave
saying.
it to Rich
Right,
Burmaster.
Golly.
Hey,
I thought this
he's
was a
probably got
Christmas.
pictures of that
I
in his
thought this was a
laptop,
Christmas
too.
episode. I thought this was a Christmas episode. I thought we was giving gifts.
Well, I mean, you know.
Shout out to
I
my
don't have any
man.
insight for that award.
Shout out to my man, the Black Crowbar, Ryan Spann.
Golly.
Oh man.
Why did it get
We're
so
getting canceled.
weird in here? all
Now
of
we're
a
getting
sudden?
canceled.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
weird.
I mean, if you're gonna, appropriate, I mean, the Black Crowbar is the way to do it.
That's a solid nickname
Yeah,
for
for
you know,
real.
for his piece. I'm just saying.
So I hear.
That's the word on the street.
How about
Eric Garcia.
Why is he trying to
do you
change
have
it?
any questions for Ricky Garcia?
how about if we could do a Dana White looking for a fight in San Antonio?
Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
Houston.
I mean,
the
no,
day-
we need.
the UFC's in San Antonio.
Yeah, I know.
I
mean,
Let
I
Leo
know.
we have
Dana
enough
go-
San Antonio fighters. Where
I
we
know
can throw
Dana.
a
I know
solid
Dana feels like he
Dana
probably
card out there.
needs to visit some of his
Other
other
promotions,
promotions. But
We were really
but
spoiled
do you
last
really?
year.
Oh, well,
with
listen.
two.
Do you really? Do you really need to go somewhere else?
Rumor has it that he was supposed to go visit Icon in Florida,
Never heard of him.
And
and he didn't go. I don't know what happened. Something happened to the card or something.
he probably Googled Florida man and gave up.
Well, the
Didn't wanna
UFC
go
was
there.
in Florida, and Icon had a show the day before, I think.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to go looking for a fight, and it didn't fold out the way it was supposed to. I don't know what happened. But I mean,
Can
if
we-
he
can we
needs to
speculate,
film,
or-
if he needs to film one, he don't need to do anything, obviously. But
Yeah. Call
we
us.
would love to have him fucking
Of course.
come and do.
I mean,
one
hey,
in San Antonio.
we were
And he knows
the
that.
we were the 2022 Dana White looking for a fight champions. We had
I think
we
so,
had him the
man.
most. Right?
Where's my fucking award?
Where's my award?
2-0, undefeated.
Where's my award for that?
Talking about awards, what about we got to recommend it for a couple from the UFC Fight Pass?
Yeah,
We
UFC
did.
Fight Pass had some awards. Our man Rich Burmaster got drilled on. I guess it was like Picture of the Year. or
I did
something.
lose. I did lose on
Rigged.
Picture of the Year somehow.
Rigged.
Loser!
Out of 4 photos,
Hey,
Rich
listen,
had
Rich,
2 of them.
If you ain't first, you're last, baby.
Hey, listen, I sent some messages to some fighters who locally who I love, and y'all know I love y'all. Y'all were giving out. They were talking about, hey, these guys are some of the best combat sports photographers on the planet. I'm like, listen, just because I don't put my name on my pictures doesn't mean I'm not number one, dickhead. Woo! All right, listen. You put mine up against anybody, I don't care.
And he's having a hard time holding those alligators down.
So,
Rich Burmaster.
So yeah, but I lost.
Out of the pictures, I saw all 4 of the pictures.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to the other 2.
Disrespect.
But your 2 that they chose, you didn't like nominate them. They picked yours.
Yeah, they picked
those
mine.
2 pictures were hands down like miles better than the other 2.
It's rough
and
to
definitely
think
better than the one that won.
It's rough to think that I had 50% of the possible victory and still lost.
It's offensive to us as a promotion. So, Rich Burmaster, we hereby bestow upon you.
Thanks, man.
The photographer of the
we
year.
also had a knockout of the year. We had. I'm surprised we didn't get a pickup for fight of the year.
I know.
Because we had a lot of really good.
Did
fights
they have
this year.
that?
Yeah, they did. We didn't.
Where's the
get
nominations? Can you pull them up? Or
Yeah,
where do
I'll
you
find
look
it.
that
Yeah,
up?
I'll pull them up. You guys talk amongst
I'm
yourselves.
surprised they didn't have promotion of the year.
They
Regional
didn't.
promotion of
They
the year.
didn't. It would have been us by far.
I don't know. I think Ed would have argued that.
Well,
Yeah,
Ed
it
can
would've
argue,
been
but you
close.
have to be a
It
certain
would've been
height to
fun.
get to the argument, so he wasn't there.
Ed would have said he produced Mana and Ricky and Adrian.
Yeah. That
Sore ass.
That's where we'd have a debate. That's where we would get into a little a heated discussion, I guess. When we talk about those guys that came through Legacy and came
Listen,
through Fury.
let's talk about people who actually won, like the Ultimate Fighter winner.
Maybe.
Huh? Let's get back to what we were doing over here.
That's what's up. Yeah, y'all hit me, dude. You know that was cool last night, Eric. You hit me up on the text, bro. It was like late at night, getting out the gym, and then you're like, bro, come through for the podcast,
Man, I was
bro.
supposed to call you on Monday.
Yeah, no,
And
for
say,
sure.
hey, man, we have this scheduled this week. I just didn't know what day we were
Yeah,
going to be
it was
here.
Diego's fault because Diego, man, he's spotty about scheduling these things.
He
I mean,
spends a lot
we're
of
just
time
gonna-
getting massages.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of.
He's either like at Buc-ee's in the bathroom or at a strip club somewhere. I mean, and it's a toss-up, and it's real hard to get a hold of him. So
How did we go from him winning the Ultimate Fighter back to Rick to fucking Diego in the massage chair? Ricky, I'm so sorry.
we're trying to.
Is this what y'all do when I'm not here? What the fuck, man? What are y'all doing?
Hey, speaking of Ultimate Fighter, we did the Fight Pass Invitational last week. We haven't even talked about that.
Oh yeah,
But we did do the Fight Pass Invitational.
We did a thing.
We did the Fight Pass Invitational last week in Vegas, and
What's that? Have
you went to
heard
the.
of that,
You were in
Ricky?
the finals with who?
Who was in the finals with? I was in the finals with Brady.
Brady Heistan.
yeah.
And that's who was there with Juliana, right?
Yeah, we ran into him.
With Juliana Miller.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's
we
cool. That's
we
cool.
ran into him, and Eric right away was like, "My guy beat you." And I was like, "Damn,
Oh,
Eric,
Lord have mercy.
damn, yeah."
Hey,
Oh, man.
hey, real quick, the dude's huge.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah, and I was like, man, this dude looks like a fucking 55er, and Ricky did his
He's-
fucking thing.
Yeah.
For sure. No, yeah, we were in there, and we had a great battle. You already know me and Brady.
Yeah,
It was like a war of attrition like that. There was a lot of grappling in there. You know what I mean? So yeah, he was very physical. You know what I'm saying? I remember all the memories like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the fight was epic. I was grateful I got the victory. You know what I'm saying? It was that third round I think that really helped me whenever, because I can remember going into that third. You know what I'm saying? The boys, they were like, Coach Joey, he was like, man, Ray, look, you don't have to just drop him this round. You know, just drop him this round. We don't know how this fight's going, honestly. It could be either way. You could be a toss-up right now. You know what I'm saying? And he told me, he was like, bro, we need you to drop him this round. And then right there, first like 60 seconds in, just hit that 1-2 right there down the pipe, baby. You know what I'm saying? Then when I needed it the most, you know what I'm saying? So for sure, you feel me?
Hey, I tell you what's hilarious. A lot of the times when you listen to the announcers talk, the commentators, they're always talking about like what guys are good at, you know. And during your fight with Kevin, this last fight, I think it was DC. I'm pretty sure it was DC. They were talking about how he's like, you don't want to get in a scramble.
Shout out
with
to
Ricky
DC, my
Turcios.
boy.
It's like, because you don't know where Ricky's going. When you think he's going one way, he goes the other way, and you're on your fucking back and try to figure out what's happening. And dude, your scrambling ability is amazing.
Thank you.
It's awesome. It's awesome to watch, because I think maybe people who've never wrestled lose the chaos, like get lost in the chaos of a scramble. But you know what you're doing right there. You're planning on what you're trying to do, and it's beautiful, man.
Thanks. Yeah. You go back and watch the replays in slow motion. You know what I'm saying? And then you can check it out like that, and then you'll see like the little, just from the small nuances of, oh, you grab the hand right here, grab the foot right here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, which shoulder am I gonna pick to roll on, depending on where they at, and then hitting that scramble with it. There was a lot of rolls in that last fight. You know what I'm saying? But in all my fights too, like that. If we on the feet, we gonna throw hands. You know what I'm saying? But because a lot of the time in the most recent fight, the dude he took me down like that. And every time he was taking me down in that most recent fight, yeah, man, I was just flowing in there, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, but you know, I'll come with the surprises too, because I can remember in that first opening couple seconds, I got taken down, and then went into that guard scenario. You know what I'm saying? They was just throwing the little boom, 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 boom from the X guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes in jiu-jitsu class, I'll show that too to the students. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell them, look, here, you can hit this transition. You can go from this butterfly guard into this X guard situation. You know what I'm saying? Then you know what? Before you sweep him, just give him a little quick little.
Hey,
And then beat the shit out of the white belt.
Andrew Craig used to call those jerk off fists. He'd be like, you hit him with the little jerk off fist. I'm like, shout out to Andrew Craig on that one.
Jerk off.
That's what he used to call it, man. The jerk off fist.
Shout out to Andy Craig.
That's right, bro.
Boom, boom, boom.
Y'all be making hella penis jokes on this podcast.
Hey, Ricky,
It just depends. It just depends. Like if they're
Ricky's
short
on-
or really long.
Ricky knows he's in there. He's just running up stats. So at the end of the night, he's like, "Nah, I had 785 hits. How? How the
Yeah,
fuck did you
it just
get
depends. It just depends on
785?
which one you're stroking. Hey, you have 7 really good ones, or like 755 short ones.
Now it's back to penises because he was gonna say if it's Ryan Spann, it's like 6 because
Yeah,
it's
bingo.
just this long.
If it's the black crowbar, then
Crowbar. I'm gonna text him that and let him know that needs to be his new nickname.
Yeah, I think the first Ryan Spann fight I saw, for us was Machine Gun Young. That was the main event on one of the early Fury cards.
He actually fought Jared Perez as an amateur.
Yeah.
And won our belt at 185.
Talking about the final,
ass.
your post-winning quote is going viral on TikTok and Instagram. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I was okay. All right. Yeah, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Because if I say it on the camera, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You speak from the heart, dude.
yeah, bro. I did that
Every
for the
time.
people because, like, bro, like, okay, like, I remember like leading up to the fight, you know what I'm saying, doing the visualization exercises or whatever, you know what I'm saying. Oh, okay, after training, you visualize, you get your hand raised, you know what I'm saying. And then, okay, then I'm thinking, like, okay, maybe there was some times in the like, oh, I'm cooking in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying. And then I'm thinking, like, all right, it's like before the fight, maybe like 2 weeks before the fight, and I'm thinking, okay, what am I gonna say to the people? What am I gonna say, like, after, you know what I'm saying? I'd be in there, like, thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? I go in front of the mirror, you know what I'm saying? I practice in front of the mirror, and I'm like, okay, that sounded good. But then I'm like, okay, that part, let me take that part out, though. Okay, let me try that again. And then I'm like, all right, and I was, like, feeling it when I was, like, thinking about it, you know what I mean? And, yeah, like, the message I wanted to say was, I was like, that the message that I said, the burning desire speech, you know what I'm saying? I was like, this time, for the mood that I was in, I was feeling I wanted to spread the good vibes to the people, you know what I'm saying? To give them strength, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, to wish that prosperity and that abundance to the people, you know what I'm saying? Then I even said, then for the dreamers too, you know what I'm saying? For the people and I was saying it like, hey, man, chasing those dreams. And then what I said too, I remember I said, chase those dreams with the burning desire. And I was thinking, I said, oh, I'm gonna say someone with a fire. I said, oh, the fire, the flame, the pain. I was like, oh yeah, that rhymes. Oh, I'm a poet now. Okay, let me do that.
I remember watching that live, and I was like with Ricky because I've talked to him a couple of times, and I was with him in his brain, and I saw him like circling back, like, oh yeah, there was a thing I wanted to say. I'm gonna go back and boom, I saw it, man. I saw it. And you got the point across, man. It went viral. A lot of people watched that, and you probably inspired millions, man.
Yeah, bro. So that's what that was the part right there. So like, I wanted to say something for the people like that. You know what I mean? But then, I'm just thinking, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just do it. It's gonna be that day on UFC. Whoever watching UFC that day, watching ESPN, they check some Instagram. All right, cool. It's gonna help a couple people online. You know what I'm saying? But then for it to have went viral with all the millions of views that it got, so then like even after the fight, people still they seen it. You know what I'm saying on Instagram. Okay, we living in that day where we got that social media. So information moves like quicker like that. It went viral. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And even just man, some of the funny ones I saw, like people were putting it on Instagram with the audio behind it. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, these biker people right here. Oh, they chasing it with a burning desire. I'm like, oh, over here the Johnson family at the family barbecue. They got a burning desire. You know, I'm like, oh, this painter people over here, they got a burning desire.
Hey,
you know?
remember who you're talking to. You're talking to the people. A lot of people will take that opportunity and they'll call out one guy. Like, hey, I want to talk to, boom, this guy that I want to fight. If you talk to the people, that shit'll go viral, man. You'll inspire people, and then they'll spread your word for you to make you more marketable.
Not only that, man, people are waiting to hear what you say next. Because I can tell you that, like, you know, I've got a gym full of young kids, and I have played your post-fight speech for them. I'm like, guys, check this out. Listen to what he's saying. I said, don't just like listen to what he's saying and close your eyes and imagine what he's saying. But they're all getting hyped. They're like, oh shit. They're like, when's he fight again? I'm like, who fucking knows?
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise, kids.
For me, from the bottom of my heart, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was like leading up to the fight, you know, like I'm thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? Then to have delivered it the way I delivered it, but the last thing I was gonna say on that one was I felt like, you know, I wasn't thinking it was gonna go viral or nothing like that. I was like, all right, look, I'm gonna say something.
You can't plan that.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for the people. You know what I'm saying? And whoever watches it on that day, that'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you're gonna get lucky, and you're gonna get. And I was happy that it felt like, you know, I was happy to have been able to help a lot of people.
You were just being
you. Know what I'm saying?
That's the
For
Ricky
sure.
that we all know.
For sure,
that we
bro.
all know and love, man. You
Yeah.
were just being yourself. I mean,
Did it for the people, baby. You know what I'm
rehearsed it in
saying?
the mirror and you planned, but you didn't plan it. I mean, that was you speaking straight from the heart to the people.
So I was happy that it was well received by whoever that message resonated with. Then I was like, all right, cool. That was great. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that they enjoyed it.
You're born in Houston?
Mhm.
So you born and raised here, huh?
Yep.
What about your family? Where y'all from?
My dad's side of the family, they came from El Salvador. They
Okay.
pulled up over here, and then my mom's side of the family from the Philippines, and they pulled up over here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was first generation born here in the United States, here in Houston.
That's what's up, man.
You know
That's
what
what I
I'm
love
saying?
about the city, man.
Yeah.
And then we kind of went last time you were here. We kind of went through some of this stuff, but you started martial arts like around when?
When I was the first time I walked, into a dojo, I was 11. But I would already I'd been hitting the bag in the garage.
It was
when
a
I
karate
little
gym?
kid. Yeah, it was taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
Yeah, Taekwondo. So that was my first martial arts like that. You know what I mean? So I walked in when I was 11, and I started doing taekwondo like that. You feel me on that? And then freshman year in high school, started wrestling, and then it was also that time where I joined Gracie Barra the Woodlands, started doing jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai over there too. You know what I mean? And then yeah, those were like the first early stages as a young teenager. You know what I'm saying?
Because I remember watching you come up as an Ami. Like, we
Yeah.
talked about how we fought on a couple
Yeah,
of the
man,
state
I
cards.
said that memory, bro. Now it's
Yeah.
over there in the lost tapes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he had this memory of me that I didn't even.
You didn't.
I had no recollection of it.
Of course.
But like,
But to me as a
But
kid,
what
I
was it?
remember it because I was a kid.
You have to tell
know
it
what I'm
again. You
saying?
have to tell it again. What was that memory?
Basically, the memory was like this. Like, it was my second amateur fight. It was July of 2011.
is that the House of Blues?
It was at the House of Blues. Yeah. And then, basically, I was cutting a lot of weight to get the flyweight, and then I got to the weigh-ins late. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm there just signing some paperwork, and then Eric was right here on my right, and then Eric goes, "Yeah, man, we've been waiting here all day because of this guy." And I was like, "Oh, my bad, dude."
If that ain't some Eric
That sounds
Garcia
like some
shit,
Garcia
I know.
shit. Some passive aggressive shit. Yeah.
It's like, man, I had cut a lot of weight to get to 55. I was probably like, dude, I gotta get on the fucking scale.
Eric was looking to get in his head.
Like,
And then and I think too, and back then too, maybe the commission, they weren't as organized or something. So sometimes
Everybody had to be there.
They were taking long, bro. The weigh-ins were taking so much longer, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember that one.
Man, Mick told this story to me not too long ago and said one time he was having a weigh-ins at Hooters, and the inspector that was there wanted everybody to have all their paperwork and shit filled out in their hands, everything when they came up to the table. So
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
apparently it wasn't. It was an amateur event. So he says that whoever the inspector was that day said, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to have lunch. When I get back, y'all better be standing in line with your shit in your hands waiting, or we're not fighting. And he said, man, the dude left for 2 hours and left these dudes standing there in their underwear holding their paperwork. And he came back. It's like, damn, fuck that, man.
Yeah,
Dang.
I want to say, not my first, but the memory that stands out to most of Ricky Young was him fighting Colin Wright.
That was later on.
I know. I'm just saying, but like that was one of the. That was
my first
legacy.
pro fight.
That was like
That was his first pro
21.
fight.
That was like 21 or something like that. But that was.
Yeah, we just
I didn't
fast-forwarded
pay a
like
lot of
10
attention
years.
to him
At
as an
35.
amateur. Like I was working at Lakes that time. I didn't really deal with the whole ton. I remember you had fought for us, but I didn't. That fight stood out because I remember Colin Wright had such a crazy like amateur career and then came up, and I was like, damn, Ricky Turcios is a fucking problem for a lot of people, man. Like,
Yeah, thank you.
Because that was your first
Yeah.
fight at 35?
Yes, that was
Yeah.
my first one at 35.
You
yeah.
never
That was
fought
that
at
was my-
25
That was
as
my
a
first
pro?
pro fight as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all of my amateur fights were at 25. Yeah. And
No
then-
pro fights at 25.
No.
No pro fights at
Yeah.
25.
After I was a teenage amateur, and kind of 25 when I went pro, I was like, I'm never going there again. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was kind of rough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So 35 was a lot better. But yeah, going in. But I remember that first fight like that. It was a good fight. You know what I'm saying? So like shout out to Colin. You know what I'm saying? But like that one was the challenge coming up to bantamweight. You know what I'm saying? But I had like a strength and conditioning program and everything like that helped me with the transition. You know what I'm saying? But that fight, the grappling came in the clutch. I remember that one. That's an old fight, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I remember as an amateur fight Jacob Silva.
Yep.
Right?
Mhm,
How many
mhm.
times? Just one?
Me and
Twice.
Jacob fought two times.
Twice.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was a good one too, man. That was an epic memory. Those were my last amateur fights,
Scraps.
man. And I remember those fights with Jacob. Those ones like really pushed me as a young kid. You know what I'm saying? For real, because that was the first time I lost. And then you when you a kid too, you more immature. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So I can remember as a kid, I didn't really. You got to deal with that type of BS as a young teenager. That's how I was. This is how I was. I remember I took that one hard. And I remember
That's a lot of young fighters.
Yeah, for sure. And I was like, what? I guess 18 years old. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you never like, I'm done, I'm retired.
Yeah, but I got better from it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I learned.
100%, man.
I remember there was one time, man. Okay, here's. I guess as we chilling here on this Fury FC, I remember I was.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Yeah, cause we chilling.
on,
you know,
man.
we chilling,
We're just
right?
hanging out, having
That's why
fun.
y'all invited
Unleashed.
me, right?
Let it go, baby. Let it go.
Yeah, that's why y'all invited me. But I
Yeah.
remember, as a random memory, I remember like, I had that fight. You know what I'm saying? With me and Silva, I lost that first one, and then like, months go by. You know what I'm saying? We in the training camp. I didn't even have the rematch set up yet. But basically, I remember there was one time I was feeling it, and then oh man, I remember one day we and the boys we were chilling, and then you know what I'm saying, like.
Come on, man.
Let it go, baby. Let it go.
Let it fly.
What
Yeah, I
happened?
feel you. Okay, I was back in my younger days. That's what I'm saying. I don't drink no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But back in my younger days,
That's why I'm drinking that half
one
shot
time I
for you.
sipped a little. You know what I'm saying, bro? I remember. I told Alex, I was like, man, I'm gonna get him back one day on the rematch. I'm gonna get him back one day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why that came out, because I was dealing with that type of feeling in my heart.
Yeah.
And that's what I learned as a young boy. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause my first loss like that. You know what I'm saying? I was dealing with it. I was like, man, I'm gonna get him back one day. But I was sipping it. I was like, oh man, I'm wilding. And then I threw up in a Waffle House bathroom. Yeah. And then
he never
Haven't we all? Haven't we all?
Listen, a lot of good stories end with I threw up in a Waffle House bathroom.
I was
And then he
wild.
never drank again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, baby. But no, but then then got into the training camp, cool, and then made those adjustments, learned from it. You know what I'm saying? I was grateful I got the rematch, got the win in the last amateur fight for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning process. You live and you learn, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Some an amateur fight I would have loved to see. You never fought Joe Trevino, huh?
No, man, that's an old school fight too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's an
Bro.
old school fight too.
Joe was
But
a
anytime I
fucking
see
killer.
Joe at
Joe
the
was a
fights, I always
dog,
chop it
dude.
up with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's still in the scene.
Yeah.
Dude, Joe,
Jiu-jitsu-wise, but
wasn't Joe's Jacob's first fight.
Yeah.
And it was for the
Jacob's
title,
debut.
and it was the House of
House of
Blues.
Blues.
And,
Rick, just like the Wikipedia.
Hey, that was when
Houston MMA.
Pineda got in the fight
Yeah,
upstairs
Daniel
against
knocked out
everybody,
Nice.
upstairs. But I remember we were sitting there talking, and we couldn't find anybody to fight Joe Trevino, and so Coach Tony, rest his soul, man, yeah, he's like, hey, I got this kid.
I got this kid.
He's got cardio for days.
He was good.
That's all he said. He goes, he got cardio for days. We're like, all right. And Joe was like 4-0 and the champ at that time or some shit. And Jacob went in there, and you're like, are
They
you
went 3
shitting
rounds.
me? They went the whole thing.
It was a 3-round title fight
Yeah.
because it was Jacob's debut. They wouldn't do 5
Yeah.
rounds.
Yeah.
But man, it was a good scrap.
Dude, there was a lot of
And then
good
the
guys.
fans didn't like it, and Jacob's people or somebody's people started throwing beer into the cage from
Yeah.
the top, and one of them hit Daniel Pineda because he was cornering Joe.
And somehow-
fuck.
He ran up there,
Yeah.
and dudes just started falling.
I remember.
That's a mistake.
I remember one time Daniel at the Arena Theater jumping out of the cage and running in.
Oh, yeah. I want to say that same night,
It's like the
Trevino
Vernon Maxwell of the Houston MMA scene.
we had, I want to say, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the same card. We had Andrew Craig versus John Marlborough for the 170 title or some shit like, or 185 title or some shit like that. But I think back in the day, man, we had like Julian Vega won a fucking belt, and there was all kind of people in that card. I don't know why I'm talking about that old ass card. All right.
Because you're a historian,
lot.
dude. You're like Wikipedia for Houston MMA, and I love it, dude.
What's your favorite memory, Ricky, for Houston MMA?
This
Could be
is-
you,
this
could be
is
somebody else.
This is
That's-
pre-UFC,
Yeah.
before he became a big-time
Man,
star.
that's so many memories. You know what I'm saying?
Well, give us 2.
But if I could name one right now, okay, and I'm being biased, but I'm actually being serious too. You know what I'm saying? But for sure, the first one that right now came to my brain, boom, right now, I'm gonna have to say, I guess, my boy Alex Morono. You know what I'm saying? When he was in the legacy fight and
Yeah.
he was down those rounds, he
Yep.
was down 3
That was
rounds,
mine.
and then my boy came back
slept
and he
monster.
and he
slept
landed the
monster.
knockout
Yeah.
punch, bro, and that was so big in his career because you gotta, you're gonna have that fight sometime where you gotta get that comeback win. And man, the comeback knockout, and I believe it got knockout of the year too for that year.
It got knockout of the year. It
Baby
is,
monster.
Listen, hey, I would say still, if you go to his Twitter page, Alex's, that picture, I took that picture of Baby Monster asleep on his hand. Like, he hit the punch. If you look at the punch,
Oh,
his head's
man.
laying on his hand
I'm
like
gonna go
this.
look that
He's
one up
fucking
now.
out. He's out.
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy. That was a crazy moment.
Yeah, that was my number. That one's gonna be my number one right there. Yeah.
There's been so many outstanding, crazy moments in Houston MMA, man.
And you've caught a lot of them in your lens.
I have. I've been
Lucky
very,
you,
very lucky,
man.
man. I don't think I think I missed one legacy, like from the first through. I think I missed one legacy that I didn't make the travel for that one, and then the first year at LFA, and then obviously the only important parts of Fury.
I'm like, we're just gonna give LFA a hand job now.
I went to one of those cage combats or something. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was something that happened back in the day.
Cage combat, baby.
That's funny. Let's look at some
Man,
of these.
I remember some of those older cards, man.
Listen.
And I remember you told me, like, it was whenever I first started. It was one of Ricky's first fights for us. One of the first fights I announced for him. You're like, as far as guys at this level that can make it to the UFC, Ricky is that guy.
Oh yeah.
And that was so early on, and then it was like you were manifesting it, dude. And boom, you proved Eric right. Here you are.
All right, so I'm gonna toss out. So we got nominated for some Fight Pass awards this year. We did not get nominated for Podcast of the Year.
It's our first
What
year.
fucking garbage?
It's our first year.
But we did have, of the 4 nominees for Interview of the Year,
Are they powered by? Or was the winner powered by Howlerhead whiskey?
they weren't. They
All
were
right,
not.
man. I mean,
We had
Do they even
3.
matter?
We had 3 of the Interview of the Years. Josh Van at Fury 67.
What did he say?
I don't even remember.
Is that where he made that weird noise?
It might have. Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, it might have been. Joel Bauman at 61.
Can I get a high?
I think Bauman at
I
61.
that was that one, right?
I've got to go look back. I don't even
It
remember
was that one.
I think Bauman at 61 was the herpes, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
Bauman at 68 was the leather vest. Fucking kids.
So Bauman was 2 of them. Wow.
Yeah.
not surprised the first
Nickname of the year, we had Oscar Moisty Herrera and Charles Mr. Cheeks get nominated for the award.
He should have been clapping cheeks.
Clapping
No,
cheeks.
his wife calls him Mr. Cheeks, and it's like all over their social media.
Hey,
I
we-
threw that in. Nobody told me to throw that in.
we
Maybe his
didn't
wife.
get-
Maybe his wife. But
we didn't get upset of the year, which I really do think Josh Van should have been included in that, man, for his upset over Paris
I
Moran.
agree.
At this point, it could have been Graves and Aswell.
We didn't get submission of the year, but we do
but
have
it's late in the game. So
Anthony
understandable.
Romero's flying knee is up for knockout of the year.
Anthony Romero, I think, got knockout of the year, didn't it?
He's up for it. He's nominated for knockout of
So
the year.
when are they going to decide
There it
that?
is right there. Let's take a quick peek at this bad boy here. Oh,
Shit, I don't
Brutal.
know, man. I might have said Jose Johnson and
Yeah.
Delani
Oh,
Perry.
that was so nasty.
Not to discredit
Just
that
because
one,
he
but
stayed.
Yeah,
like,
man.
We didn't get fight of the year, and I do feel like two of our fights, I think Lorem and Ivy, and then Giannis and Cameron should have been nominated for that. We didn't get event of the year either.
Fighter of the year.
Bunch of garbage.
Some of these promotions
I mean,
have been
it's
around
kinda-
a little bit longer than us on Fight Pass, though,
Year
so
two,
that's
baby.
probably what we're up against, too. A little bit of,
I'd
you
like
know,
to see what
politics.
the criteria
But that's
is
fine.
on how they judge like fighter of the year. Did they put Bo Nickel up there because he actually went to Contender and got a contract?
Probably. I mean, Solomon Renfro, Callum Walsh is a boxer. Jose Perez and Bo Nickel are the
Eric loves boxers.
Yeah.
whatever, man. Shout out to UFC Fight Pass. Thank you for including us on
Yeah,
a
we
few,
appreciate
a
the
few of these.
nominations.
100%.
I look forward to 2023 when we have even more.
We look
and when
forward
we
to
talk
sweeping
about
the awards in 2023.
and when we talk about Ricky Turcios, Fighter of the Year for the UFC.
Woo!
Like
I got a question for Ricky.
Yeah, tell me.
You been keeping up with all that Mike Jackson stuff?
Oh Lord, have mercy. Come on.
Have you?
Bro,
I didn't
dude,
know if we were gonna go there or not.
I want to get some
Yo,
opinions.
Bro,
Yeah.
y'all
I need
wild,
Mana.
bro.
If you find Mana out there, bring him in.
Y'all invite me over here for the podcast.
Yeah.
And we really going hard like that, huh, bro?
Have you?
Yeah, bro. You know, I went out. You know, it's so. Oh my god, it was so funny, bro. I was at the house the other day, and then I was chilling. I was chilling in the house. It was like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, bro. And then, bro, I was sitting there in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I was in there chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody brought you the phone. Look at this.
And then, bro, I literally, I was just there on the table, bro. And then I saw the headline. I clicked on it. It's a 30-minute interview. And then I'm like,
I was like 45.
bro. And I was like, and I was in it. And I was like, dang, I can't believe I just sat through that whole interview right now. That was wild. I literally just did that. I was like, man. So I heard about what happened. Yeah, for sure. We live in this age.
Did you watch the video? Did you watch the video?
Yeah, bro. I mean, bro, it was. That's why I was wild. I was like, dang, I can't believe I just sat here right now and I just saw this whole thing.
If
right
somebody has the full video from when it started,
Well, that would be the UFC Performance Institute that has the full video.
I would like to see it.
Me too.
Like,
But that,
I
you
wanna
know that's
see
not going to
it.
see the light of day.
I don't want to just see like the.
I got a
10
text
seconds
message
of grappling
and somebody
or
sent me
mount.
like that video, like the last 15 seconds. And the first thing I thought was like, dude, there's like 5 people standing around
Doing
Mike.
nothing.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Like, you just me speaking for myself, not speaking for Fury, not speaking for anybody else.
Right.
I was looking at it going, this is an ambush. But, you know, certain people shared online, whatever. It was like, oh, yeah, Mike finally got what he had coming to him. I was like,
Right.
this is a fucking ambush. There's like 5 of them and 1 of him.
Well, granted, nobody was doing anything besides the one.
Yeah. I mean,
They were there.
We know that now, but I mean,
Just
that
looking.
initial 15-second clip, there's like all these people standing around, and you know,
They were the audience.
Mike's on his back and all that. And it's like, dude, I know there's more to this.
Right.
I'll put it like that. I know there's
I mean,
more
have
to
you
this.
seen, like? I guess there's still bad blood,
Oh yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
because I'm looking at. I see Mike's post coming across, and I
Yeah.
still see Jake Shields wearing like little wigs and little.
I haven't
flies
seen that.
And
I
he's
haven't
still
really
posting,
kept up
so-
with it. I'll put it like that. I haven't really kept up with all of that.
I'll
outside of what they'll send me.
For me, I'm not a fan of all the shit. I don't get into politics much with people, like religion. I don't talk racism. I know what's right and I know what's wrong. I don't feel the need to go out there and actually point fingers
I'm
and
happy
call
to
people
go there
names.
if
and
somebody wants to,
stuff
but yeah,
like
I'm
that.
like you. It's like I'll avoid it, but if somebody wants to go there, we can have that discussion.
Right.
I know what's right and wrong.
Yeah, so I know there's a lot of people that take it to heart, and if you're constantly picking, obviously Jake Shields didn't like being called certain names, and it happened. I mean, you ran into the
If
wrong
somebody
person
calls
at the
me
wrong
a name
time.
and I'm not that, I kind of laugh it off.
Yeah, I really don't care.
Yeah, it's like,
Whatever.
okay, whatever. To each their own.
I've had people call me all sorts of shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm at a point in
Brown
my
guy?
yeah, burrito, wetback, whatever.
Tortilla.
Ooh.
They've called me names, and I'm at a point.
Stupid brownie.
I'm at a point in my life though where I'm like,
Hey, we're
Am
not
I-
we're not adding to the list, Rich.
am I going to go out there and like do something to somebody that I know I can really beat their ass and end up
Yeah.
losing everything I've worked for?
Exactly. What,
No
what does it
thanks.
really matter if somebody's saying like a
Yeah, I
name
really
Listen,
don't
I
care.
missed most of this, but I know
by design?
I will
You
say
Nazi.
I will say that if
Rich's
if
white
you,
fragility.
if you
kicked
don't
in.
want to be called racist, don't say racist shit.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
It's as simple
so
as that.
so
100%.
It's as
listen,
simple as that.
outside of that part of it, don't know, don't care.
No thanks.
But if you don't want to be called racist, don't say racist shit.
Yeah.
Now what happens after that? Listen, that's not for me. Whatever.
Me either.
Like I love people. People are great. I love the world.
Boom.
Is what it is. Where's Leo at? We got this trivia going.
I don't know. Let's do the
Mana
trivia with
left.
Ricky.
Mana bounced. He like looked at his watch.
Oh, is that what he said?
and he grabbed his sunglasses from Eric, and he's like, "Hey, thanks,
All
but
right.
no thanks."
I should
So
have
I've
kept
got
the sunglasses.
all right.
You
So this
should've
is
got
gonna
the
be
glasses.
Ricky. We're gonna do some trivia.
Okay.
Houston
We're
MMA
going
trivia.
to the trivia portion.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be involved in this.
All of us?
Oh, everybody. Well,
except for
you-
me. I mean,
I mean,
Except for me. I'll see. If it's Fury trivia, I'm going to stay out.
All right.
yeah,
so,
me too, because it's just not fair.
So I've got some questions that well now it's just Ricky since Diego left. Diego, are you gonna go poop?
He's gonna
Diego,
go
you
try
gotta
to
go
find
make poop
Mana.
poop. I just walked around looking for him.
Hey.
Hey, the bathrooms at DNA
Yeah.
Studios
He's
are
outside.
relatively clean, and
Probably in his. He's got a white Tacoma. He's right in front. Should be.
Oh, that car was gone.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Ma-
Oh,
Mana's
he
gone.
Irish goodbye us.
Yeah,
Good job.
I saw him say goodbye
Good
from
fucking job.
the side couch over here in front of the green screen.
I'm not mad at that at all. I respect
yeah,
Irish
he was like,
goodbyes.
"Hey, I'm a big time fucking superstar. I don't have time to sit here and wait."
He
for
said.
trivia.
He said, "Listen,
Let's
me
go.
and Ricky don't have
Let's
time
roll
for you
with the
peasants."
trivia.
"Peace, I'm out."
All right. Trivia question number 1. Who taught the first Houston submission grappling class?
Who what?
Who taught the first official submission grappling class in Houston? And by many
Not
say
Fury trivia?
he is the first
I know.
Houston black belt.
Say Rich Burmaster.
That ain't no
With me.
Fury trivia.
Listen, doggy.
I know, man.
Listen.
Where's
This
the
is
fury in
fucking-
that?
Listen.
Texas
This
is
is
we
Rich
said- we
Burmaster's
said-
personal jack off.
We said Houston MMA.
This is Mike Lambis stuff.
Michael Lampus stuff.
These are his questions.
Does anybody know the answer?
I do.
Who?
Jeff Messina.
It was not Jeff Messina.
Eric
I do.
Williams.
Eric Williams.
Eric Williams. It was Eric Williams, Elite MMA, Eric Williams, and that class was taught at Tim Mosel's.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right.
Shout out Eric Williams. You're welcome.
Who was the first
See, that was
Fury
his cue
fighter?
to say Eric
Who was the
Williams
first
like that,
Fury
too.
fighter to go to the UFC?
I have to absolve myself from this question
Nah.
because I know the answer.
I know the answer as well.
What do you got, Diego?
But Diego and Ricky, between the two of you, who do you think was the first Fury FC fighter to go to the UFC and get that call up?
Listen, so there was some guys that fought for Fury that went to the UFC.
Right. But we're talking straight from Fury.
Listen, I'll give some multiple choice here.
There you go. That'll
All right,
probably help
so-
speed this along.
So choice number 1, Andrew Craig. Choice number 2,
I remember my first cage interview with a guy from the UFC was
Alex
Craig.
Morano.
Alex Morano, first UFC.
Choice
guy.
number 3, Ike Villanueva. Choice
Hurricane
number 4, CJ Vergara.
Ike.
Ike? B? Morano?
Morano. We have Ike
It
from
was
Diego.
Ike. It was
It's
Ike.
actually
Ike.
Ike.
Ike was the first Fury fighter to make it all the
Morano
way
went after Baby. No, Morano went after Derek Krantz.
after Derek Krantz. Yeah,
Yeah.
Alex went before Ike, but we're talking like straight from Fury.
Right.
Yeah.
straight from Fury. Yeah.
It was a trick.
Um,
it was a trick multiple choice. That's why he got you.
So what year did Eric start promoting fights?
Did Ike go before CJ?
Ike went before CJ.
Yes.
Because CJ fought it at Fury with
44.
the yellow mat.
Ugh.
Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Remember that piss yellow mat? You
Was
got?
Ike there?
He
Ike
fought-
wasn't gone yet.
No, he wasn't. He might not have been.
I think CJ went first.
No.
I don't think so. I think you're wrong.
I think you might be right, Eric
All right.
Garcia.
Next question. What year did Eric Garcia start promoting fights?
Ooh.
Man.
Ricky had an answer and backed out. He backed out. He's like,
Come on, Ricky, there ain't no wrong answer.
No, I didn't say what. Like, 2000. I was trying to get the right answer though. You know what I'm saying? So I was like 2012,
Close.
That would have been my
super
guess.
close. Super
I
close.
first.
That would have been my guess.
2013.
2010.
2010.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
2010.
that would have been my second guess.
2010 was the first when he started promoting fights.
There's Mana.
Now, when'd you go to the grocery
Mono
store?
Go get
Boy
some more
Martinez.
Come on in here,
What
Mana.
a guy, man. Holy
on,
shit.
yeah.
Oh, he came up double bottled
I
for
know,
this
we're
shit.
about to wrap up, and Mono Boy's showing up with a
Hey,
double
guess what?
fist and bottles of
Here,
Howlerhead whiskey.
I'm spending the rest of my day in Humble.
Yeah, I might have to do that too now at this point.
Jeez, look at this guy.
Mono Martinez.
Sponsored.
GD, my brother.
We're doing trivia.
All right, guys. I got
You've already
plenty
missed
more
out the
questions.
first 3 questions.
Sit down right here.
Bet me on the next.
Rich Burmaster's going to
We got
refill.
Leomana Martinez back in the house. Ricky Turcios in the building.
Ricky
Oh,
Turcios
empty.
is
Let's
like,
go.
Ricky's halfway through his water, so you know he's feeling it. He's about to take a bathroom break.
And Leo
If
was
nothing
tired
else.
of missing out on the howler, so he said, let me get some more.
Double up.
All right, guys.
Look at
Here we
Jay
go.
Wayne.
Our next question, brought to you by Space City Collective.
Oh.
Who was the first Fury FC champion?
Oh, man.
Any weight class.
I got it. Or I don't know.
I got it. I don't know.
Was it? Man, I literally just looked this up the other
All
day.
right, all right.
It's shades versus shades now.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't even have
It's
the
shades
Gucci's
versus shades
or the
now.
Versace's.
Oh,
you don't even have the
shit.
Versace's on.
Oh shit! y'all falling
First
for
Fury
drinks.
champion.
First Fury
Wolverine?
champion.
I
Was
have
it-
a
was it
good
Wolverine?
guess, but
You have a good guess?
Was it Wolverine? Nah.
Justin
Weisberg?
Justin
No,
Weisberg.
no, but you're close. The guy that
You're close.
the
You're
guy
close.
that did beat him.
You're super close.
Oh shit! Who beat him?
Oh
I
yeah.
know the first double champ was Pineda because I wanted to be a double champ and move it to 45. So it wasn't Pineda.
Wolverine was
Who beat?
It wasn't
who beat
Pitt.
Reisberg?
It was not Pitt.
All right, Ricky, you got a guess over there?
That's
I
a-
said my guess. It was
Wolverine?
Riser. It was
Alright,
it was
it
it was
wasn't
maybe it
Weisberg.
was Ivy.
So the answer was Mr.
That was mine. That was my guess. Was Ivy?
was Mr. Charles Cheeks.
It was Charles.
Mr. Charles Cheeks
Yeah, I'm
beat
tripping.
Justin
That's a good
Reisberg.
one.
I'm tripping.
Okay.
Clapper.
Now retired. He's clapping them cheeks on the retirement circuit.
Whoa.
All right. Well, so now this one, this question isn't Fury specific, but y'all are both veterans of Legacy and
course.
and guys have been around forever. Who won the last Legacy fight?
Please.
I can tell you that the moment went viral. It was the first time we had got picked up on ESPN. It was
Okay.
a top 10 ESPN moment. Got picked up everywhere.
Fuck, bro. Who was?
What was the question?
Who was the last person to win a Legacy Fighting Championships fight?
Are they a Houston guy?
No,
They're not a Houston guy.
they're not a Houston guy.
So it's gotta be
Is there
like
somebody in the UFC?
along the terms of
They
like
were
Holly
in the
Holm,
UFC.
like
Wa-
Henry Cejudo.
Was it Gerald Harris?
No.
Ooh, you man got it right here,
Was it?
Gerald Harris.
Nah.
Big
Wow.
The
Eric,
big
Eric
slam?
wasn't even in the room when you told me the answer
Hey,
earlier before we
so
went live,
he
man.
gets the big slam, hits him with
I remember
the
that.
deuce.
Wow.
Hits him with the deuce
Wow.
and walks off.
That was
He
Legacy.
does hit him with this.
That's a real legacy.
It went insane. I don't have this one on paper, but written down. But I know the answer, so we're going anyway. Who was the first Legacy Fighting Championships champion?
Welcome to Legacy Unleashed.
Bronzula?
Like
No,
5 years.
Pineda. Pineda was the first champ for
No.
Legacy.
Might be D. Lou. No.
Derek Lewis? No.
No. He
Hold
had
on.
that nice ass. shot.
What
you
what
said-
what,
you
what
said-
weight class?
125.
Oh, I know.
Cejudo? No. Cejudo never got the belt.
What was the question again?
Who was the first
Ryan Hollis.
champion
No.
for Legacy
Second.
Fighting Championships?
120.
Oh, Robo. No.
Chad Robichaux?
It's debated, so this is why.
Humberto
Humberto De
Humberto
Leon.
De Leon.
Humberto De
I was just
Leon.
saying, that little
Oh.
My boy.
Humberto De Leon picked it up
It was Robo.
on the very first one, but then the next show we crowned Robo the champion. For
How was that?
I don't know why.
They forgot they had a champ.
Yeah.
I've done that before. The reason I know how hard that is because I've done that before.
What the fuck, Eric?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
De
No, he
Leon won
didn't.
it.
I've done it in the Amis.
De Leon
he
won
did?
it surprisingly
In
by
the Amis.
armbar.
Yeah.
Like
Not
crazy.
not
yeah,
surprisingly.
not surprisingly by armbar. And then we had Chad Robichaux fight for it right after that.
Nice.
And
When was the very first when was Fury FC 1 and who was the main event?
I know who that one was. The main event of the first one.
Yeah.
It was Rob Wood versus Morono.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Morono was
y'all gave me
in
that
there.
And,
All right.
And what year was that?
That was what 2013.
Good luck.
All right.
you go.
Who was
There you
who
go,
was
baby.
supposed to be the main event the night COVID shut us down?
Oh, that's a good one.
I think, wait, was that with me? Was that
Giannis Turcios.
Bro, that was a banger of a card. Think
Yeah,
about
that's
it, bro.
We
That
were
could
robbed.
happen.
We were robbed.
We talk
man.
about that all the time.
Yeah, man.
That was you and Peter, you and Adrian.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Giannis Turcios in the main. We got robbed.
Your boys up came up.
Literally hours before the event was supposed to start. They could have done it the day before when they shut down the rodeo. Like there were plenty of opportunities, but they let us.
They
get
let us do all
all
the
the
I'll
way.
never
They let us
forget
go through
giving
the
the
weigh-ins.
tickets
They
back
let us
to
go
you,
through all
bro.
the pre-fight hype, and then when we were about to open the doors, they were like, "Nah."
I think
we
some
gotta
other
shut you down."
promoters would have ran with the ticket money.
We should have.
Yeah,
we
you
should have.
should've. You probably should've.
We should have
I
ran
was-
with the fight.
Dude,
and-
I'm
and-
like,
COVID
and go-
bitching, right?
Should have opened the fucking doors and said, "Hey, stop us," and just let them fight.
No, I would have never probably got to promote another fight.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's why I'm not a promoter.
I was like,
That's why I'm a
man.
hothead announcer.
I remember having to send that message out and be like, "Hey guys, I'll be here until 8 o'clock.
I remember.
Return your tickets.
I remember.
Refund everybody.
That's the kind of guy you are.
It
You're
ain't
very
my-
honorable.
It ain't nobody's fault.
That was crazy.
That shit
Bullshit. It's the
sucks.
city of Houston
All right,
leadership's fault.
I got a few other that are Houston based.
All right,
Come
come
so,
on.
the great, wise, and powerful Saul Solis.
Think
had
of some
two
questions.
promotions that he ran here. In
Saul
Houston.
forever.
Mhm.
Do y'all remember the names?
Renegades.
And
And fuck, my dad fought for it. He's gonna be so pissed when he watches this.
Your
Right.
dad fought?
Yeah, Renegades. Prankation. Yeah, when they were slapping each other straight palms.
Oh, that was before Renegades.
Renegades.
so the
and,
other name of the promotion was Young Guns.
Young Guns.
Okay, I got one.
Alright.
Who was like their star champion coming out of Renegades?
Big swole white dude.
No.
Yeah, it was. I have the
Um,
poster,
Used to
bro.
used to do backflips off the cage.
No. Okay.
Then he came and fought for Fury. Years later, he's a vet. I used to fucking love him. Call him the Jaguar.
John Kirk.
There you go.
It's giving you all the
Dude.
hints.
Kirk,
John
Animal.
Kirk, man.
These kids don't know nothing about these guys.
I used to look forward. That was like 04, 05, I think. I used to go watch Renegades at the Verizon Wireless, and I used to take my dad and my grandpa, and it was always to see John Kirk. I was just a fan. I didn't know
The,
shit
hey,
about
the Panther.
Who's that?
That was his nickname.
The Jaguar.
Jaguar. All right, hey, Hollerhead 1,
Hey.
1-0. I
Cougar John.
The Tiger. The Lion. John Kirk.
I fucked that one up.
Sound effect time.
That's a good card. That was fuck.
The
Sorry,
leopard.
George.
The cougar.
I didn't say cougar, bitch.
Hey, but maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But from now on, it will always be remembered
John Kirk
that
will
you
fuck
called
all
the
of us up
Cougar
right now.
John Kirk. He will. He will.
Never say cougar.
All right.
He's like 65 years old, but he'll come here and fuck all of us up.
So,
The cougar.
So Legacy produced 3 world champions in the UFC. Who are they?
I got it.
I know you got it.
Okay.
Shevchenko.
Yup, one.
It's 1.
Valley.
Holly,
Holly,
Two.
2.
Cejudo.
Cejudo. 3.
Boom, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
Jeez, what's your question?
Name all just
all.
Houston venues that Fury and Cage Combat has been in.
Oh
Houston.
shit.
All right. Bob's Bowling
I'll
Alley.
be right back.
Wayne,
Eric's-
you should know this.
Eric's backyard.
I do. Damn it, Caesar Rusham again.
Bushi Bomb Pearland.
Wayne's got
I don't know.
prostate
It's a-
problems, huh?
He does.
Shout out Alex Black.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. That's
Oh
my,
my
he's
God,
my
Alex
favorite
Black.
black guy. Of all the blacks,
Alex
Alex is my favorite.
But every
By
time
far.
I go to the roulette table, never bet on Black.
I never do either.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Ever. Dude, I
shit,
never
no,
do.
no, no.
I'm always a red guy.
Yeah, but what's his? Oh,
Always bet
Alex
on
bet
Black.
on Black. Oh, I always bet on Black. Then, are you red?
Look, I'm not saying I helped give him that nickname, but I did. So anyway, Y'all, obviously, you guys remember the cage door.
Yeah.
What was it? Y'all remember the first interview that was done on the cage door?
Andrew Craig.
Nope. You're super close, though. Barry beat me by 24 hours. Nope.
Was it John Marlboro?
Alex
Nope.
Black? No.
Nope.
The cage door. Pineda?
Was it a Bubba Bush interview?
Super close.
Bubba
Alex
Bush.
Chad Robichaux.
Oh,
Chad
man, I'm
Robichaux.
tripping.
Chad
I'm
Robichaux was the
tripping.
first guy we interviewed, and then followed by Andrew Craig and Chase Petrie.
Oh, I remember those
Yeah.
interviews, man.
Yeah.
Damn, that's so long ago.
Talking about Chad.
That was like 09, huh?
08. 08.
I remember training with Andrew and Jace, and then y'all coming in and setting up a little chair
Yeah.
and doing it right there at Travis's gym.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Barry interviewed Jace. I
Man,
interviewed
let's bring
Andrew.
that back.
The cage door?
Yeah. Man, let's fucking
It's
do
a
it,
lot of
Rich.
work, man.
Who gives a fuck?
Listen,
Fury Unleashed presents the
The
cage
cage
door.
door's on there.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna talk about this when we go to Mojo's here in a
Off air,
minute.
Off air.
Yeah.
Off air. We got. That's a lot of work.
Let's go get some wings.
We already got enough work to
You
do.
ready for some wings?
I'm ready for some wings for sure. For sure. Let's see. Do we have what other trivia we got?
Come on.
I don't know. I like this
Hey,
game though.
do y'all remember before Legacy, Mick had another promotion name?
Yeah.
What is
Remember
it?
the name?
Lone Star Beatdown.
There you
Yeah,
go. Lone Star
buddy.
Beatdown, baby. Yeah.
Remember the name of the promotion that ran off the money? Galveston County?
In Galveston County.
Bro, Berto sold so many tickets against Ryan Hollis.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Fuck yeah.
Bro, I was young as fuck in there. I
Remember
was
the
like,
promotion that ran off with the ticket money? That was Diego's thing. Oh, that was the Cougar.
Dude, that shit's gonna go. Yeah, fuck me up on that one. Fuck.
You actually said the Panther. He said the Cougar.
Congratulations.
He
Yeah.
said, "Did I really say the Cougar?"
Nah, it'll be forever remembered as the Cougar.
I gotta text John, but sorry, bro. My bad. No, you.
Hey, what's the venues?
All right. So we got the Humble Civic Center.
Yep.
Have we finalized?
No.
Yeah, we
all
got
right.
him. We got him waiting on you to get him there.
Fuck you, Rich Burmaster. So we got the Humble Civic Center.
Check.
We've got the Arena Theater.
Yep.
Bayou City Event Center.
Yep.
We've got Cowboys. We've got
Houston.
Oh, just
You just want
Houston?
Just Houston.
Yeah.
Oh, was it just Houston?
Yeah. You're just missing one.
All right. Humble, Bayou City. Howlers already made me forget my third one I said. Fuck you guys. Hold on. Pretty drunk.
We're going to
We're gonna eat
Mojo's.
wings after this.
What's that? We're going to Mojo's after this? All right, I said it. I said the Arena.
Dude say he wants wings.
Arena.
Come on, you want wings?
Yes, sir.
Yes, here we go.
Fuck me.
Not really, not.
Come on, Wayne.
Wayne.
That's fucked up.
No.
The Cougar.
Can I give him a hint?
We
Yeah.
just did the show
He's
there
just
Sunday.
fucking there, man.
Oh, goddamn, yeah. I'm thinking old school, yeah. Fuck me, dude.
Like, is this really Escapade or not?
I'm thinking like,
Back in the
years
day.
back. I'm not thinking
Back
today.
in the
So
day.
that yeah, of course, yeah, Escapade. Boom, that's it.
What's your favorite
Those are
venue?
the four, man. Oh, goddamn, hands down, Escapade.
Man, and you know what?
And that's
I
no
never thought in
no
there.
slight to any of the other venues that we've ran at,
Yeah, it is.
but it's just, well, I mean, slightly, and I'm not going to call names, but just to like really.
It's
one.
crazy because we could have probably went there years ago, and like the other promotion that had went there years and years ago left a bad taste in
Such
my
a
mouth,
bad
and I never
taste, yeah.
That was that was the night that Jason David Frank was gonna fight and Nick Big Time Mitchell.
went. They were gonna fight each other.
Yeah, they weren't gonna fight each other, but Mitchell was gonna fight, Frank was gonna fight, and at the fights, because I was driving there.
They
and
canceled it, bro.
Barry and Jeremy
Yeah.
Mayhone were there, and they canceled the fight like there, and Barry's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I
because
gotta-
they closed the doors and didn't let the people in and didn't give them their money back.
Oh, dude, that's fucked up.
All right, so
Holy
trivia
fuck.
went pretty well. I do want to. We ask this question periodically, but you guys have been around for a long time in the Houston MMA.
Ricky
scene.
already said his.
Oh yeah, so
We won't give him another
what
chance.
is your You give me two. Give me your two favorite moments in Houston MMA.
I said earlier. I said you weren't here. I said when Morona knocked out Baby Monster
Yeah.
for the comeback. You know what I'm saying? Then that boy continued his ascension. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's got to be for Houston. Well, that don't count, but obviously I've been a big fan of the sport, but when Matt Serra beat GSP here.
Okay. Yeah. That was
Yeah, bro,
Yeah,
that
was
was
good.
one of the
69.
biggest upsets, right? Am I
That was
tripping or not?
huge.
Like,
UFC 69.
it was.
was
I'll
huge.
never forget that. I'm like,
I was there, baby.
UFC 69
Bro, shut up.
shootout.
Hey, give this guy a raise. Don't give him a raise, but give him a raise.
I'm gonna buy some wings.
Don't give him a raise.
Don't give him a raise, but
Thanks
bro.
and fuck, man.
No, no, literally, he's been around the game for a minute,
He's
but
been there forever. Almost as long as me.
What about Wayne? Let's revisit. Wayne, what was your favorite East MMA moment?
Man, I've said it before on the show, and it still stands the test of time for me, man. Dude, it's Vergara Silva at Fury FC 44, man. It's like
No,
the
straight
fight
banger.
that really put us on the map. It was our first
No.
UFC Fight Pass event, and it delivered and then some. It exceeded expectations. For me, that's my number one Houston MMA moment. And I'm late to the game, man. You guys have been around much longer than I have, but for me, that's my number
Diego.
one go-to. Close number two is any fight these guys are involved in. For us,
totally
man.
agree.
Smart business right there. We got anything stand out to you?
Have you ever seen a
Diego's
Ricky
like, it's all-
Turcios or
Diego's
Mono
like,
Boy
it's all-
Martinez fight?
It's all a fucking blur.
Right.
What about you, Eric? You got something that stands out right now?
For MMA
Yeah.
or for something else?
Karate. What's your favorite karate fight, Eric?
Right, point sparring match.
I like the Cougar. No.
What's your favorite wrestling match?
The Cougar, John Kirk.
Oh, you want to talk wrestling? Yeah. Oh, dude. I was like a Randy Macho Man Savage and Hulk Hogan, baby.
Dig it!
Remember Queen Elizabeth?
Oh, man.
So do you used to MMA? What do you got?
Man, I always say Morano and Baby Monster.
Yeah.
Like
That's a good one.
So,
that was a great one, man.
I think for myself, I break it down in two different eras for me. Like
Jacob
there was
Silva
the
and CJ.
Legacy era. I don't count the LFA era because fuck those guys.
No thanks.
My bad. I didn't mean to say it that
No-
way. I
no
meant to
thanks.
say
I didn't mean
fuck
it.
those guys. So and then I
Listen, when it comes, hold on real quick. Let me clear something real quick. When
Let's
it comes
do
to
it.
that,
Let's do it.
Rich has a different relationship with the LFA people than I have with the LFA people.
Yeah.
Right.
He actually saw mixed days with Legacy FC.
And we specify on this podcast Legacy and LFA.
Right, and then he transferred over to LFA, which was the new ownership, once Mick and Andrea were gone. So whatever his feelings are for that is for whatever happened while he worked for them for a couple years. Like me as a promoter and as competition with them,
Sure.
you know, I don't know the guys personally. I've never fucking had lunch with them or done anything. So I don't have anything against them.
listen,
They're
I-
building talent the way I'm building
There's-
talent. So it is what it is.
There's
For
nothing
sure.
that I have said that I haven't said in a conversation
With them.
Ed.
100%, and that's why I just wanted to.
And I don't hide my feelings
Right.
about them or what they do. I also hide my feelings about the fact that we're just fucking bad.
I'm very biased towards Team Fury, and also I've got Rich's back, so that's how I feel about it.
So anyway, fuck those guys. So we'll do
Drink to that.
there's moments that stand out. And I have to break it down into different eras for me, but number one, man, was still when JDF fought at Arena.
Oh man,
And,
yeah,
like,
that was packed.
Like HDNet came out to watch that. They filmed it, and it was really kind of the catalyst of what set off Legacy.
Right.
Like we forget that we all had great fights and stuff, and it was interesting. And Mick had already been working with them, but JDF kind of like sealed that deal. Like,
Yeah, that
was
He
awesome,
was so
man.
fucking popular. It was so crazy.
Yeah.
God damn, rest in peace, man. Gone too soon.
And
Facts.
then not one particular thing, but our first looking for a fight with Dana.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Like that night, I remember walking around so many times with Wayne, with Eric, with Diego, and just being like, "What the fuck are we doing? Look at this."
I was
Dude,
in
that
awe,
was
man.
our coming out
packed.
party,
It was.
and we were all
When I saw
on our
Dana
game, we were
come
all
through,
ready, man.
when they called me or text me on the phone, and the producer like, "Hey, Dana just got here,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
And it was like-
it was like unreal.
Yeah, and then I see him
we were
come
expecting
through.
him much earlier in the day. He
Yeah.
missed like half of the main card, but he got there. I remember Colton England. Whenever
Right.
they crossed paths in the back, Colton was coming
You
through
just
and
missed
Dana
my
was
fight.
walking in, and Colton's like, "Hey, you missed my fight." And I remember the look on Dana's face, like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Dude,
Like, I don't care.
I've got two honorable mentions. Derek Lewis's ass cheeks on Cleveland.
yes.
Cleveland.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, that shit was hilarious. And this is not a moment for East MMA, but it is. You don't know about it. Eric and I sitting at fucking Sierra Gold with
Yeah.
UFC Fight Pass and sitting there with nothing guaranteed, no promises, no nothing.
Right.
Just us saying, "Hey, listen,
Just betting on myself.
we can do this." we can bring this to you. And that guy looking dead at Eric, being like, well,
Everybody
prove it
says
to
that.
us. Everybody says to us, prove it to us. And Eric walked out with a fucking purpose.
Oh, man.
And since that day, the landscape of Houston MMA has once again changed.
Don't you
1000%.
dare challenge my man,
Those
Eric
fucking
Garcia.
nuts sitting on the table right
And,
now.
Yeah, see
and
that?
make him feel like you think he can't do it.
It's fucking Cougar, baby.
We're going to reassign the nickname to
Hey,
Eric.
before we get out of here, man. Hey, where can the fans learn more about you guys?
Bro, y'all can go ahead. Y'all gonna find me. You already know at the gym, Gracie Bar, the Woodlands. You know what I'm saying. So come pull up, come train. You already know. You feel me?
Shout out Matthew Wall.
That's
and
where y'all
Alex
can find me
Morono.
in real life. You know what I'm saying?
life.
Yeah, real life.
But then
Not
you
fake
try.
life.
Then y'all find me on that
Not fake
digital. Y'all go find me on Instagram, Ricky Turcios. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that YouTube, Ricky Turcios UFC. You know what I'm
There you go.
saying? Man, bro, we already went through a whole hour, bro. That's crazy.
What's your mind?
Just
Where
like
can everybody
that.
find you at?
It's just Monoboy7, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Y'all don't see me through regional scenes. It's time to take it to the next level, and hey, let's get it, bro.
Hey man, I'm sure I don't speak for everyone, but to a way I do, man. Watching you guys basically since literally
It's been
day
amazing.
one.
It's been
From
amazing,
day
bro.
one. And you guys have always had something special about you. You've always been special in the cage, out of the cage, the way you carry yourself, the things that you guys get. You just fucking make it happen, man.
What's so awesome is that
100%, man.
we're coming off this show this past weekend, and everybody that fought in that cage this past Sunday wants to be where y'all are. Like their goal is coming up, and like they could talk to y'all and look at y'all and be like, dude, how does it feel? I want to be there. It's fucking awesome
Hey,
because a lot of them are gonna be
A
there
lot of them are
eventually.
gonna be there.
No,
Man, and
no,
thank
next
you.
year.
Thank you for what you've given
Paving
to
the
Houston
way,
MMA,
man.
to Texas MMA.
It's
But-
not a
but-
lottery
but
ticket anymore,
I'm
man.
excited for
Now
what
they've
fuck
paved the
y'all still
way.
got to
They
give.
pay the way.
Alright.
I'm so excited to see it, man. Thank y'all so much. So much.
Appreciate
No, yeah,
y'all.
thanks
My
for
boy Mon
having
is
us.
a sneakerhead too.
See, that's Space City Collective, baby.
Shout out to
Stop
Space
fucking
City
around
Collective.
on your
Space City,
Christmas
good
gifts. Go to
luck.
Space
Yeah,
City
man.
Collective today.
Go visit our
Yeah.
boys at Space
Christmas
City
shopping, baby.
Collective.
I'm going there
Yep.
next week.
Hollerhead right here.
Howlerhead Whiskey.
Ooh,
Guys,
the Fury
Renfro.
Unleashed podcast powered
Hey,
by
and make
Howlerhead
sure-
Whiskey.
Make sure next week you subscribe to our OnlyFans for real.
I can't believe that's even a thing, but here we are.
Come on.
La
Hey,
Verga.
for real. Hey,
Coming with it.
Wayne, how do we do it, baby?
Yo, baby. Hey, the time for talk is over. This has been Fury Unleashed.
No sound effects
No
today, huh?
Where's the monkey?